Chin Music, a baseball podcast. This is episode 12. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 12. Chin Music, a baseball podcast, episode 12. All right, what is good? Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. I am Killah Noez. We are broadcasting all the way live from La Puente. And today we wait for first pitch between Mexico and Great Britain. First pitch scheduled around the 10 o'clock hour, top of the hour. And if you guys want to follow along, game will be played on FS1. Now, luckily, there's no college basketball ahead of the broadcast. I believe is some sort of talking point sports program, so we don't have to worry about this game possibly running a little past the top of the hour. But anyway, what is good, guys? Hope you guys are ready for some meaningful baseball. WBC between Mexico and Great Britain. And like I said, we got our lineups already in full effect. As a matter of fact, let me give you the lineups for both Mexico and Great Britain. For Great Britain, leading off, playing second base, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Out in center field, batting second, Nate Eaton. Batting third, doing the catching, Harry Ford. Playing first base, batting cleanup, BJ Murray. Batting fifth, out in left field, Matt Koperniak. Hope I pronounced that right. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Christian Robinson. Playing third base in the hot corner, batting seventh, Ivan Johnson. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, Ian Lewis Jr. And batting ninth, playing right field, old friend, Trace Thompson. That's the lineup for Great Britain. For Team Mexico, leadoff hitter, Jaron Duran. He'll be playing right field. Batting second, playing left field, Randy Orozarena Jr. Batting third, playing first base, Jonathan Aranda. Doing the catching in the cleanup spot will be Alejandro Kirk. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Rowdy Teles. Batting sixth, playing third base, Nacho Alvarez. I'm laughing because Spectrum, all of a sudden, FS1 is frozen. But okay. Batting seventh, playing second base, Nick Gonzalez. Batting eighth, over in center field, Alex Tomas. And batting ninth, at shortstop, Joey Ortiz. I am really laughing because FS1 is stuck on stupid. Anybody else following along on FS1, let me know if the same thing is happening for you. And again, I did not bring my backup. Holy moly. If it's not one thing, it's another. Yeah, the channel's stuck. You know what? Let me go bring E-Dog. Is it stuck for you, brother? I'm gonna have to go bring the backup. Oh my gosh. It's happening again. And I am tired of it. Look, go to FS1 right now. It's stuck. I go to any other channel and it's flowing like it's nothing. Like it's working. See, basketball is working, of course. Lakers. But then you go to FS1 and it's stuck. Oh my gosh. And the bad thing is I don't have Fox Deportes either, so someone let me know, man. Are we stuck on FS1? If you guys got FS1, is it stuck for you as well? E-Dog, I'm trying to figure out what you're telling me. It shouldn't be. I'm on the opening right now. Oof. Trying to figure out what you're saying, E-Dog. I guess it's not stuck for you. I'm going to guess. Maybe turn the box off in the TV. No, that's the thing. I'm telling you, bro. Every other channel is working except for FS1. FS1 is stuck on stupid. See? This channel works. And I got 2 channels for FS1, channel 54, and then I believe channel 400, and both of them are stuck. All right, man. Stay tuned. I'm going to go bring the backup. I should note to self. Have your backup ready to go because this is getting ridiculous. Hold up. All right, here we go, man. I'm telling you, it was stuck on stupid, but looks like we're good now. Mexico versus Great Britain. Oh my gosh, we're going to get started right on time. WBC. I believe this is Pool A. I could be wrong. Pool B, excuse me, which features United States, Brazil, Great Britain, Italy, and Team Mexico. That rounds up Pool B. All those games will be played in Houston, Texas. All right. Mira, si te quieres sentar, aquí te hago campo, ¿eh? All right, Rich Waltz and Dan Plesiak on the call over on FS1. Here on Twitch and on the YouTube channel, you're stuck with me. I couldn't figure it out, E-Dog. It was stuck for a while, but then all of a sudden the feed went through. And of course, just before I was about to plug the backup. El Destrompado, what is good? Let's go Dodgers. Yes, sir. Although today we are calling Mexico versus Great Britain. WBC action in full effect. Yep, change of commentator is going to be weird because Dan Plesiak, who normally does in studio work. Yeah, he's pretty good. I've heard him do analytical work. He's pretty good. All right, they're flashing back to 2023 World Baseball Classic, where I believe the Team Mexico surprised a lot of teams. And they definitely surprised me, and they made me a believer. And I'm picking them to win the tournament, to surprise everybody. Mexico is my sleeper team. Now, they might not be considered a sleeper team because they are in a lot of people's top 5s as far as favorites in the tournament. But not a lot of people are picking Team Mexico. They're picking either Japan or USA or even the DR. I'm picking Team Mexico. Of course, Team Mexico. We'll have Randy Rosarena back at it. He'll be playing left field for them. So, yes, we are getting ready for first pitch here on Chin Music. All right, they're going after some of the games that are currently going on right now as we speak. Actually, let me get a little. We'll get the scorebook open for you guys as well, so stay tuned for that. But they're in the 7th inning. Cuba is beating Panama 3-0. Bottom of the 3rd, Venezuela over the Netherlands 2-1. Some of the games that are currently going right now in WBC play. So we'll keep you updated on those games. But yes, we're about to get started. First pitch, Mexico versus Great Britain coming up shortly. So I already ran down the lineups for you guys. You got John Morosi doing field work for FS1. Nice. El Destapado, Dodgers in Mexico, they were amazing, but couldn't see it live, only on YouTube highlights. Yeah, they had a good game. 7-5 Dodgers out there in, I believe, Camelback Ranch. Of course, they're talking about Jonathan Aranda and Alejandro Kirk. Been buddies for a long time, since they were kids. Both in the majors and now both teammates for Team Mexico. Alejandro Kirk and Jonathan Aranda. Ay, caray, dog. Easy. Trace Thompson for Great Britain. Jonathan Aranda for Team Mexico. It's Mexico versus Great Britain. First pitch is coming up. All right. Like I said, we'll get that scorebook going for you guys over on Twitch. If you guys are on YouTube, feel free to join us over on Twitch, man. Feel like the chat box is a little bit more busy. We got moderators up in there. And we be chatting it up on the... Does it look like my... Why does it look... I'm looking at my hair. It looks like my hair is parted. I do not part my hair. It might be the white. That's I'm tripping out. I'm bugging out here. I do not part my hair at all. Oh, it's on this side. It's the white. It's the white. I don't part my hair. Nothing against people that do. I just don't do it. It looks like I have my hair parted. It's so weird. All right, and again, there are some games currently going right now. Cuba with a 3-0 lead over Panama, bottom of the 7th there. Venezuela with a 2-1 lead over the Netherlands, bottom of the 3rd over there. That game is on Tubi, and then the Cuba-Panama game is on FS2 if anybody's interested. And then later tonight, we are planning to call USA versus Brazil. That game will be on Fox, and that's a start time of 5 o'clock out here in the West Coast. So like I said, if you guys want to join us over on Twitch, just search Chin Music Podcast, where the stream's a little bit more livelier. We got a live scorebook over there as well. All right, lineups for Team Mexico once again. Got Jaron Duran out in right field, Randy Arozarena, the left fielder, Jonathan Aranda at first base, Alejandro Kirk, the catcher, Rowdy Teles, the designated hitter, Nacho Alvarez Jr., the third baseman, Nick Gonzalez over at second base, Alec Thomas out in center field, and Joey Ortiz, the shortstop. That's the lineup for Team Mexico. I'm actually trying to figure out who's the home team. I haven't figured that out yet. We will shortly. It looks like the home team is going to be Great Britain. So pitchers for Great Britain will be Jack Anderson. Jack Anderson in the majors has played in AA and AAA. Has posted up 26 games, 7 starts, has a record of 2 wins, 8 losses, and an ERA of 4.57. 86.2 innings, 101 strikeouts, 22 walks. First career WBC appearance for Jack Anderson, right-handed pitcher for Great Britain. So Team Mexico with the first up at-bats will be having Jaron Duran, Randy Arozarena, and Jonathan Aranda, 1-2-3 hitters here as we begin the top of the first. This is Chin Music, a baseball podcast. Episode 12, Mexico versus Great Britain. Balls in, coming down. And thank you guys so much for joining us here on Chin Music, where I got you on the play-by-play. I should dye my hair. I am not dyeing my hair, brother. I am not ashamed of my whites. But I feel like I look like with this supposed part with my hair's not parted. The guy that comes on this fool. I forget that the roommate, the guy who has his hair parted and he's supposed to be all badass. All right, here we go. First pitch, Anderson to Jarren Duran. Puro swing and a miss. Start him off with a breaking pitch. Jarren Duran came up empty. Swing and a miss, strike one, and we are underway. Anderson pitching from the stretch. Here's his 0-1 pitch. Try to double up on that breaking pitch. This time, Jarren Duran lays off it. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left fielder for Mexico, Randy Rosarena on deck. We're just getting started here. Top of the first. El Destrampado, I got 2 strikes, brother. 1 more strike means Chin Music is over. So we cannot show the game, brother. I will show the score bug, though. I can do that. Check swing. That's going to be a 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. I could do the score bug. That's as interactive as I could get. There it is. All right, Anderson looking in. His 1-2 pitch to Duran. Low and in the dirt. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, this one, brother. We got 2 strikes here on Twitch, brother. Which means 1 more strike from Twitch. We are done. So it's a wrap, brother. This is how we do it now. Puro Montel Jordan. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Jarren Duran strikes out. Anderson with the punch out. 1 away. So Jack Anderson, with that split finger, is able to strike out Jarren Duran for the first out. That'll bring up Randy Rosarena up next. First pitch to Rosarena. That one is clubbed right to the shortstop. Ian Lewis Jr. throws him out. So 2 up, 2 outs for Great Britain here in the top of the first. Randy Rosarena squared it up, but right to the shortstop, Ian Lewis Jr. for the second out. Puro 6-3 on the putout. So with 2 away, that'll bring up the first baseman for Team Mexico, Jonathan Aranda. Anderson's first pitch to Aranda. Inside, misses, ball 1. Left-handed hitting Jonathan Aranda of the Tampa Bay Rays. Batted .316 before he got hurt last season. Here's his 1-0 pitch. Takes the pitch up and away. Anderson falls behind. Alejandro Kirk of the Toronto Blue Jays on deck. He's the cleanup hitter for Team Mexico. 2-0 pitch. Breaking pitch. That one catches the inside corner. 2-1 to Aranda. We're just getting started here. We're in the top of the first. Mexico versus Great Britain. Puro Chin Music, episode 12. 2-1 pitch from Anderson. Ooh, try to get the corner. Instead, threw it low and falls behind to Aranda now. 3 balls, 1 strike. 11th pitch of the inning coming up for Jack Anderson. Here's his 3-1. Aranda looks at it. Breaking pitch. Called a strike. Count will go full. Anderson pitching from the stretch. He sets. His payoff pitch coming up to Jonathan Aranda. That one is squared up, and that's a base hit to right field. Jonathan Aranda with a 2-out single for Team Mexico. Inning continues. Good piece of hitting there for Jonathan Aranda. Worked the count, got it full. Got a good pitch to hit. and he lined it over to right field for a 2-out single. That'll bring up Alejandro Kirk up next for Team Mexico. It was a breaking pitch from Anderson, and Aranda went right with it as it was breaking inside, and he clubbed it over to right field. He's a runner at first with 2 outs. So Alejandro Kirk, the catcher for Team Mexico, which I believe is making his first appearance in the WBC. The last few years, it was old friend Austin Barnes. First pitch swinging off the end of the bat, fouls it off. Strike 1 to Kirk. So Alejandro Kirk has established himself as a very respectable catcher, hitting catcher in the majors. And now he's representing Team Mexico. 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch way outside. Count goes even to Kirk. 1 ball, 1 strike. Alejandro Kirk with a good postseason. Last year had 5 home runs with 13 RBIs for the Blue Jays. Anderson's 1-1 pitch. Try to hit the outside corner. Called the ball just barely. Kirk ahead of the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. Designated hitter for Team Mexico. Rowdy Tellez on deck. E-Dog, Blue Jays MVP candidate. Yes, along with Vladdy Guerrero Jr., E-Dog. You got a case there. We got a timeout from Alejandro Kirk. Hold up. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner at first for Team Mexico. 2 outs in the inning here in the top of the first. 2-1 pitch to Kirk. Popped him up. High drive. Deep to right. At the track, Trace Thompson will come down with the grab, and that'll do it for Team Mexico. Kirk gives it a ride, but ball stays in the ballpark. 3 outs for Great Britain. Team Mexico gets some base hit. They leave a runner at first. As we go to the bottom of the first, Great Britain coming up. Oh, man. Alejandro Kirk gave it a ride. Some of these balls that I've been seeing as of late, especially in the WBC, they look like high pop-outs, and they be carrying. So for a second there, I thought maybe that one had a chance, but no, it stays in the ballpark, and the right fielder for Great Britain, Trace Thompson, comes down with the catch for the 3rd out. Puro F9. So that does it for Team Mexico. Again, they get a base hit, leave a runner stranded at first, get no runs in this inning as we go to the bottom of the first with Great Britain coming up. All right, 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for Great Britain. Jazz Chisholm Jr., leadoff hitter for Great Britain, will lead things off, followed by Nate Eaton, the center fielder, and then Harry Ford, the catcher. Harry Ford, if I'm correct, is in the Seattle Mariner organization, and he's got a Great Britain name, Harry Ford. Feels like he's knighted, Sir Harry Ford. E-Dog, I wonder if they're using anything on the balls or if they're different than Major League balls. That's a good question, E-Dog. If WBC balls, baseballs, are different than Major League baseballs. It's a good question. I'm not sure. Perhaps, maybe. Again, happy Friday going out to everybody. Thanks for tapping in. This is Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast, episode 12. It's kind of what we do here on the daily. We pretty much hijack baseball games. We watch baseball games. We've hijacked them before. We can't really hijack them to the full extent that we used to. So nowadays, we kind of just do, at least this season, we're doing kind of like a watch along. So again, this game is being broadcasted over on FS1 if you guys want to watch along. If you guys are out and about, probably working, keep it locked right here, man. I got you on the play-by-play, straight up. Puro Chin Music. All right, we begin the bottom of the first. Jazz Chisholm Jr. hitting from the right side against Javier Assad, right-handed pitcher for Team Mexico. Assad starts off Chisholm Jr. with a swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's his 0-1 pitch to Chisholm. Up and in. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the first. Great Britain with their ups. 1-1 pitch from Assad, misses up and away, falls behind to Chaz Chisholm Jr. 2 balls, 1 strike. Center fielder for Great Britain, Nate Eaton on deck. This is Chaz Chisholm Jr.'s first career WBC appearance, representing Great Britain. Up and in, and Assad falls behind. 3 balls, 1 strike. Benny with the check-in. Happy Friday, Benny. Thanks for checking in, man. Benny, I got to send you pictures of the cards that we got yesterday on the Mega Box after the baseball game. Holy moly. Puro orange. Back-to-back orange hits. Benny. I got the hot hand right now with the Mega Boxes. I'll send you the picture shortly, Benny, so you can check them out. Puro orange hit. Out of 25. You got to check it out. Here's the payoff pitch to Chaz Chisholm Jr. Popped them up. Shallow center, shortstop Joey Ortiz will make the catch. And that'll be the first out in the bottom of the first for Great Britain. Chaz Chisholm Jr. pops out. That'll bring up the center fielder for Great Britain, Nate Eaton, up next. Hangers are bangers. And Mega Boxes aren't bad either, E-Dog. All right, first pitch to Eaton, up and in, ball 1 from Javier Assad, the pitcher for Team Mexico. Nate Eaton also making his first career appearance in the WBC, representing Great Britain. Assad with the 1-0 pitch. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Something's burning. I hope there's none of my equipment that's burning. I do got some live wires, man. That's like the 3rd time that I get shocked. Ground ball to the left side, foul. 2 balls, 1 strike to Nate Eaton. All right, just got to make sure nothing's on fire here. Holy moly. There's a lot of wires here. Trying to set this broadcast up. All right, Assad from the full windup. His 2-1 pitch to Nate Eaton. Jammed him up. Little pop-up over the second baseman. Nick Gonzalez will take care of it. 2 up, 2 outs for Team Mexico here in the bottom of the first. Puro jam shot. So a pair of pop-outs for Team Mexico here in the bottom of the first. And that'll bring up 3rd hitter for Great Britain, the catcher, Harry Ford. First pitch from Assad. Down the pipe, called a strike. See Jaron Duran out there in right field. Alec Tomas, the center fielder for Mexico. Assad comes quick with a breaking pitch that dips down low and away. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Randy Rosarena, left fielder for Mexico. 1-1 pitch from Assad. Harry Ford with a check swing. He makes contact, fouls it off. 95-mile-per-hour heater from Assad. Gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Harry Ford's 2nd career WBC appearance for Great Britain. They're in Houston. That's where Pool B will be hosting their games. Houston, Texas. Assad with the 1-2 pitch. Just a bit upstairs. Count will go even to Harry Ford. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Harry Ford last year batted .308 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs for Great Britain. I say last year, but the last WBC back in 2023, excuse me. All right, 2-2 pitch. Assad from the stretch. Harry Ford comes out of his helmet. Base hit over to right field. And the inning will continue for Great Britain. 2-out single by Harry Ford. He swung and the helmet came off and the ball ended up in right field for a 2-out single. So inning continues for Great Britain. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, B.J. Murray, first baseman, left-handed hitter for Great Britain. First pitch from Assad, Puro swing and a miss. Strike one. B.J. Murray with his second career WBC appearance for Great Britain. Assad from the stretch, 0-1 pitch. Murray clubs it, and that one gets past the diving second baseman over to right field. Harry Ford keeps it trucking over to third, and with 2 outs, Great Britain trying to rally up. They got runners on the corners. So back-to-back singles from Harry Ford and now B.J. Murray for Great Britain. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the left fielder, Matt Koperniak. Harry Ford kept them moving on that base hit to right, ends up at third. And with 2 outs, runners on the corners. Here's hope I'm saying that right, Koperniak. Koperniak. I hope I'm saying it right. Matt Koperniak, second career WBC appearance. Great Britain in the mix here in the bottom of the first. All right, Assad from the stretch, 1-0 pitch. That one missed outside, falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes now. Koperniak. Ay, caray. Runner at third, runner at first for Great Britain with 2 down. 2-0 pitch from Assad. Koperniak. High drive over to left. Over to left. Randy Arozarena will make the catch, and that'll do it. A pair of hits, but Great Britain strands them on the base pads. At the end of 1, we go to the second. No score. All right. So Javier Assad and Mexico dodge a bullet there in the first. They leave runners stranded at third and first after back-to-back singles from Great Britain with 2 outs. So at the end of 1, we go to the second with no score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left for Great Britain. So as we go to the top of the second, coming up for Team Mexico, they'll bring up Rowdy Tellez, Nacho Alvarez, and Nick Gonzalez. That'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for Team Mexico. Ay, caray. And again, happy Friday going out to everybody. Weekend is here. Weekends were made for fun, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Puro Chin Music, episode 12. Yes. Mexico versus Great Britain. Thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out. And again, if you guys are on YouTube, man, feel free to join us over on the Twitch channel. We got a few more, lively scenes. We switch up scenes according to what happens in the game. We got the chat popping off. It's a little bit more busy if you guys want to join us over on Twitch. Just search Chin Music Podcast and you'll find us broadcasting live over on the Twitch channel. All right, top of the second we go from Houston, Texas. Yeah, man, I got like a live wire here. I don't know what's going on, but I'm getting shocked. Like I gotta have like a piece of metal that I just gotta hold on to at all times. I don't know if that's a smart thing or I don't know what that is. All right, here we go. Rowdy Tellez, left-handed hitter, designated hitter for Team Mexico against Jack Anderson. And hold up, we got ourselves a timeout. Hold up. Big Rowdy Tellez. Rowdy Tellez, former Brewer, former Pirate. Second career WBC appearance for Team Mexico. First pitch to Tellez from Anderson, catches the outside corner for strike 1. Third baseman for Team Mexico, Nacho Alvarez on deck. No balls, 2 strikes to Tellez. That one just missed low and outside, just barely. No ABS. No ABS in the WBC, as that pitch was close. I guess just a bit low. All right, 1-2 from Anderson to Tellez. Off the end of the bat, cue shot foul. Count stays 1-2. Oh, brother, E-Dog throwing up the Tommy sign. Brother, I have not had any breakfast, and I probably won't be eating until after the game. So easy on that Tommy's emo, bro. Check swing off that bat, foul. Count remains the same. Top of the second, Mexico with their ups here against Great Britain. Another 1-2 pitch from Anderson to Rowdy Tellez. Breaking pitch, no snap on that one. And the count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes as Anderson misses up. Oh, I've had the breakfast menu. I just haven't had it in a while, brother. But I've had it before, yeah. The burrito cracks, the sandwich cracks. Oh man, you're making me hungry, bro. Chill. There's Nacho Alvarez. He's a junior. There's a bunch of juniors playing in this game. Puro junior. Payout pitch to Rowdy Tellez. Inside, Tellez turns on it but fouls it off. Another payoff incoming to Rowdy. All good, E-Dog. No problem. 25th pitch of the ball game coming up from Jack Anderson, and it's a payoff pitch, another payoff pitch to Rowdy Tellez. Ground ball to the right side, easy money. Jazz Chisholm Jr. throws him out. 4-3 on the play. So Tellez made him work, but he shot a cheap shot over to second base for the first out. There's a painter in the house. Looks like he's painting the action from the Concord. We see you, painter. Looks like he's painting for Great Britain. Here's Nacho Alvarez Jr. First pitch from Anderson misses outside, ball 1. Could kind of just see it off the side. Can't really see it directly. But the painter is in full focus doing his thing. 1-0 pitch to Alvarez. Check swing. No swing. Alvarez is able to check a swing. Anderson falls behind the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Second baseman Nick Gonzalez on deck for Team Mexico. Ay, caray, dog. 2-0 pitch. That one just missed outside. And Anderson falls behind. 3 balls, no strikes to Nacho Alvarez Jr. We'll see if Alvarez gets the green light here. 3-0. Incoming from Anderson. Nope. Alvarez taking all the way. Strike down the pipe. 3-1 the count. (3-1) from Anderson. Alvarez fouls it off to the right side. Foul into the seats. Count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So second consecutive full count pitch incoming from Anderson. And as many at-bats for Team Mexico. See the Mexican fans in full effect, rocking their green shirts. Alvarez steps back in the box. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count with 1 out here in the top of the second for Team Mexico. Anderson's payout pitch to Alvarez. Alvarez connects. High drive, deep to left. This one is gone. Solo shot by Alvarez, who's fired up. And Mexico takes an early 1-0 lead here in the top of the second. Alvarez fired up as he's rounding the bases. Mexico on the board. It was a payoff pitch from Anderson as Nacho Alvarez throws on the Mil Máscaras mask. Puro luchador. Goodness. Payoff pitch to Nacho Alvarez, and he connected. Left center. He cleared the high wall out there. Here's Nick Gonzalez. First pitch to Nick, misses down low. Ball one. Another pitch there. Looked like a fastball down Broadway. And Alvarez connected. Mino. Clear the wall for that solo shot. 1-0 pitch. Anderson pops it up. Shallow center. Chisholm Jr. out there will make the catch, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Center fielder for Team Mexico, Alek Thomas will be the hitter. Looks like a Blue Demon alternated mask. You might be right, E-Dog. Kind of like a baby blue, because Blue Demon was like a Dodger blue. Some sort of luchador mask, right? I like the touch. Put the luchador mask on when you hit a home run. I like it. Good celebration. There's a left-hander, Alek Thomas. Puro swing and a miss. Anderson evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ay, caray, dog. So Mexico jumps off to an early 1-0 lead thanks to the solo home run from Nacho Alvarez Jr. 1-0 Mexico over Great Britain. And now Alek Thomas, center fielder for Team Mexico. Ahead of the count, 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs here in the top of the second. 8th inning in the lineup for Team Mexico. Anderson's 2-1 pitch. Tomas pops it up. Foul ball territory. Third baseman coming in to grab it. That'll be Ivan Johnson with the put out. And that'll do it, but not before Nacho Alvarez gets a hold of one for Team Mexico. All fired up as Mexico takes an early 1-0 lead. Alvarez Jr. was so pumped up, man. So dope to see. Awesome. That was great. That was great. Something around here is like my mixer. Something's hot. Oh, you know what? It could be this. Let me disconnect it could be my Fire Stick that's hot. Let me disconnect that. All right. Oh my gosh. Now I'm making a mess. Holy moly. Down go my cue cards. All right, I disconnected the Fire Stick. Maybe that's what was hot. Who knows? I got a live wire somewhere. El Otro Saint, let's go. Mexico popping in. What up, Saint? Welcome in, brother. Puro Chin Music, episode 12. Thanks for joining us. El Otro Saint in the house. So Alek Thomas popped out to the third baseman in foul ball territory for the third out. So Team Mexico with 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. As we go to the bottom of the second, coming up for Great Britain, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Christian Robinson, Ivan Johnson, and Ian Lewis Jr. due up. Oh, El Otro Saint, great to have you, brother. And Jaloui's here. Vamos, Mexico. There we go. I like this, how Mexico scores, and then all of a sudden the chat gets lit. Were we shooting bricks or what? Welcome in, Jaloui. Welcome in, El Otro Saint. Yes, Mexico with an early 1-0 lead thanks to Nacho Alvarez Jr., who he's in the Atlanta Braves system. Not sure if he'll make the opening day roster, but nevertheless, highly touted rookie or prospect for the Atlanta Braves. Just went yard for Team Mexico. All right, now I'm afraid to you see? I get like a weird, like I'm going to get shocked. I already know I am. I'm so afraid to touch it. I like I hear my headphones every time I get up and go around this way. Something's live. I'm not sure what it is. There's a live wire around here. And Jalui has a day job. I hear you, brother. I hear you. Shout outs to everybody who's working too, man. Happy Friday. Thanks for tuning in. As we begin the bottom of the second, 1-0 Mexico. Javier Assad back on the bump for Mexico against Christian Robinson, designated hitter for Great Britain. As Assad gets ahead of the count after that foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Third baseman Ivan Johnson on deck. Matt Beats Music with the check-in. Shout out to Matt Beats Music, who was the winner of the Shohei Ohtani Funko Pop, checking in. Happy Friday, brother. Matt Beats Music in the house. All right, Assad from the stretch. 0-2 pitch to Robinson. It's a breaking pitch, low and out of the strike zone in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, gosh. Who's calling me, man? Don't they know I'm doing chin music? And most likely it's going to be a service call. Hold up. They call me Samuel. I'm like, you got the wrong number. Have a good day. I am not Samuel. But Assad strikes out Robinson. That'll be the first out to begin the bottom of the second. Down goes Robinson. Assad with the punch out. That one just got the outside corner. Home plate umpire rung up Robinson. Might have been a tad out. So Assad got the benefit of the call. Here's the left-hander, Ivan Johnson, third baseman for Great Britain. And Assad starts him off with strike 1. Ivan Johnson, first career WBC appearance for Great Britain. Breaking pitch, popped him up. Shallow left, shortstop Joey Ortiz calling for it. Will come down with the catch. 2 up, 2 outs for Javier Assad and Team Mexico here in the bottom of the second. And with 2 outs, that'll bring up the 8th hitter, shortstop Ian Lewis Jr. for Great Britain. Ian Lewis Jr., left-handed hitter, stepping up to the box. First pitch from Assad. He broke the bat. Jam shot. Ortiz with the put out. And that'll do it. Great Britain goes down 1-2-3 in the second. And the end of 2, we go to the third. 1-0 Mexico. All right. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning from Team Mexico to make some quick work out of that Great Britain team. So they go in order. Put out goes 6-3 on Lewis Jr. So zeros across the board on the scorebook. As we get ready to open up the top of the third, coming up for Team Mexico, it'll be the 9-1-2 hitters due up. Shortstop Joey Ortiz, right fielder Jaron Duran, and left fielder Randy Arozarena will be coming up for Mexico. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's working, checking in on the chats. Again, we are live over on Twitch. Also, we're live on YouTube, and I'm encouraging anybody on YouTube who wants to join us over on Twitch. A little bit more happening on the broadcast over on Twitch. Search Chin Music Podcast, and we got some scenes to kind of drizzle up the broadcast or the calls. Add a little bit more spunk to them. And we got definitely a more lively chat, I would say, over on Twitch as well. So feel free to join us if you can. Puro Chin Music, episode 12. Yes, sir. Like I said, man, I probably won't eat till this game is over, which will probably be around 1 o'clock, which pretty good fast. Not bad. Nat Loves Musica with the check-in. What up, amiga? Happy Friday. Welcome in. Thanks for checking in. Nat Loves Musica in the house. What up? All right, scoreboard watch real quick, guys. Bottom of the ninth, Cuba over Panama, 3-1. Bottom of the fifth, Venezuela with a 3-1 lead over the Netherlands. And here in Houston, Texas, Mexico with a 1-0 lead over Great Britain. As the ninth hitter, Joey Ortiz, shortstop for Mexico, will get his first at-bat against Jack Anderson, pitcher of Great Britain. Anderson's 0-1 pitch to Ortiz. That one just missed outside. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leadoff hitter for Mexico, the right fielder, Jarren Duran, on deck. Oh, good breaking pitch there from Anderson. Gets ahead now of Ortiz. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I believe that's Anderson's dad that they're showing over on FS1. And he looks a bit nervous, and I don't blame him. He's got his arm crossed, his hand over his cheek. Yep. I think I would know that feeling a little bit. That one's in the dirt as Anderson kind of slipped off the mound. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, I got to believe that's Anderson's dad. And yeah, he looks a bit nervous, to say the least. All right, 2-2 pitch now to Joey Ortiz from Jack Anderson. Breaking pitch. Got him swinging. Puro punch out. 1 down. Good breaking pitch by Jack Anderson to get the strikeout. And that's how the top of the third begins for Team Mexico. Puro punch out. 1 away. Volvo 850. Saludos, salute. Welcome in. Shouts to Volvo. Popping in on the chat over on the Twitch channel. What up? All right, here's the left-hander, Jarren Duran, for his second at-bat against Anderson. Struck out in his first at-bat. Anderson starts him off with a good breaking pitch. Doubled up on that breaking pitch. Strike 1 to Jarren Duran. Looks like Anderson's starting to get a feel for that breaking pitch. Throwing it for a strike. Here's the 0-1. Oh, good pitch. Puro swing and a miss from Jarren Duran. And Anderson has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. It was a splitter that he threw. So Anderson's got the splitter working as well as the breaking pitch. Here's the 0-2. And it looked like he tried to double up on that splitter, and that one just misloaded Duran. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. The Great Britain manager, not sure his name, but he looks very animated in the Great Britain dugout. All right, Anderson's 1-2 pitch to Duran. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Left fielder for Team Mexico, Randy Orozarena, on deck. There's Randy Orozarena winning his turn on deck for Mexico. Anderson's 2-2 pitch. Duran comes up empty. Fastball upstairs. And Duran gets punched out. 2 away. Oh, man, I'm getting all these calls, man. These weird calls, and I don't know what to tell you. Here's Randy Orozarena. First pitch from Anderson. Catches the inside corner. Strike 1. Orozarena 0 for 1. He grounded out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. 0-1 from Anderson. That pitch just missed upstairs. Count goes even to Rosarena. 1 ball, 1 strike. So back-to-back strikeouts for Anderson here in the top of the third for Great Britain. 2 away. Puro gas, dog. Here's the 1-1. Look at that splitter that just missed outside. 2-1 to Randy. Randy Rosarena unanimously selected to the 2023 All-World Baseball Classic team. Yeah, he killed it in 2023 for Team Mexico. 2-1 pitch. That one misses inside. And Jack Anderson falls behind. 3 balls, 1 strike. First baseman for Team Mexico, Jonathan Aranda on deck. Three-one pitch. Outside corner called a strike. Randy thought it was ball 4. Home plate umpire said, hold up. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's that breaking pitch that caught the outside corner for a strike. Puro curveball. Here's the payoff pitch. Randy just got a piece of it to stay alive. Ay, caray. Count remains full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Just got a piece of it. Another incoming payoff pitch to Randy Rosarena from Jack Anderson. Off the end of the bat. Looper coming in. Left fielder. Matt Koperniak makes the catch for Great Britain. And that does it. Papa Anderson loving it. We go to the bottom of the third. Great to see the reaction from Papa Anderson. On a great sliding catch from the left fielder, Matt Koperniak. Came in with the feet first, foot first, leg first slide and made the catch for the third out. So F7 on the putout on Randy. And zeros across the board for Team Mexico there in the top of the third. So bottom of the third we go. Coming up for Great Britain will be the 9-1-2 hitters, old friend Trace Thompson. And then we go to the leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. and Nate Eaton do up. 9-1-2 coming up for Great Britain. Great Britain chasing 1. E-Dog, they also mentioned on the broadcast that Rosarena is a citizen of Mexico. Yes, he is. Apparently he called, why can't I say this? Apparently he called up a high-ranking official and got it done. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Mexico was very, very non-hesitant to make him a citizen. Randy, whatever you want, sure. You want to be a citizen? Yes. You're a great baseball player. We would love to have you as a Mexican citizen. And yep. Randy loves Mexico, and Mexico loves Randy. Well, we got jacked of a base hit there by the left fielder, Matt Koperniak, to end off the top of the third for Mexico. Oh, man, they're showing pizza commercials. Oh, man, I'm not going to eat till like at least 1 o'clock. If I'm lucky, maybe 12:30. We'll see what time this game is done. All right, let's get things going to the bottom of the third. Javier Assad back on the bump from the stretch. Pitching to Trace Thompson, old friend Trace Thompson, who plays right field for Great Britain here in the WBC. Assad starts him off with strike 1. Second appearance in his career in the WBC for Trace Thompson for Great Britain. Here's the 0-1 from Assad. Trace Thompson fouls it to the right side, and Assad has him in the hole quickly. No balls, 2 strikes. Second baseman for Great Britain, Jazz Chisholm Jr. on deck. 1-0 Mexico here in the bottom of the third. Dodger Trace, yes, E-Dog. As Assad strikes him out swinging, one away. Puro punch out. So Assad strikes out Trace Thompson. And for Assad, that is, I believe, the second strikeout of the ballgame. Trace Thompson goes down swinging. Here's Jazz Chisholm Jr. hitting from the left side against Assad. Assad misses on a breaking pitch down low. Ball one to Jazz Chisholm. Chisholm! He popped out to the shortstop in his first at-bat. Here he is in his second at-bat here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 from Assad. That one catches the outside corner. Count goes even to Chisholm Jr. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. That one misses inside. 2-1 to Jazz. I was about to say, man, the best game that I've seen Trace Thompson. Luckily, I was at the game at Dodger Stadium. Is when he hit 3 home runs. I think he did it against Zach Gallen of the Diamondbacks. He had 3 home runs in a game. That was a few years back, and we were at that game. That was probably the best game that Trace Thompson had in his career for the Dodgers. All right, count goes even to Chisholm Jr. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Aside from the stretch, his 2-2 pitch to Jazz. Jazz fouls it back. At-bat continues. Tejuan Walker, pitcher for Team Mexico, looking on. Benji Gill, the skip for Team Mexico. 2-2 pitch. Chisholm, ground ball to the right side. Nice backhanded stop by the second baseman, who throws out Jazz Chisholm Jr. Nick Gonzalez with the backhanded stop. Good play there by Nick Gonzalez for the second out for Team Mexico here in the bottom of the third. See that backhanded stop and the running throw over to first base by Nick Gonzalez for the second out. That'll bring up Nate Eaton up next. I don't know if you saw that, E-Dog, but I got to think that was a bot. All right, 2 balls, no strikes to count to Nate Eaton, center fielder for Great Britain, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. Assad from the stretch, 2-0 pitch. That one catches the strike zone. 2 balls, 1 strike. All right, pop them up. Center fielder Alex Thomas with the grab. 1, 2, 3 goes Great Britain in the bottom of the third. This ball game goes to the fourth. 1-0 Mexico. All right. That was a quick 1-2-3 inning for Javier Assad and Team Mexico. As Nate Eaton flew out to Alex Thomas, center fielder, for the third out. So again, zeros across the board for Great Britain. And we go to the top of the fourth coming up for Team Mexico. It'll be 3, 4, 5 hitters. Jonathan Aranda, Alejandro Kirk, and Rowdy Tellez will be due up. Uh-oh. Hiccups. Hiccups might be incoming soon. Ay, caray. That's one question I would like to ask these professional broadcasters, these professional play-by-play guys. Hey, actually 2 questions. First one, hey, what do you do when you get hiccups? I'm sure you got to get hiccups when you go on there, at least, you know. And then second, what do you do when you got to take a dump or a leak? What do they do? I run to the restroom, but the restroom's right here, right? And it's not the end of the world that I come back late. But for them, they gotta be back during every pitch. So I don't know. How do they do it? I don't know. I would like to know. So that would be my question to like Steven Nelson, Joe Davis, Oro Hershiser, Jose Mota. That would be my question to them. How do you guys do it? All right, and again with these WBC games, man, they kind of flow. They kind of flow. We're already in the fourth inning, and we're just a little bit 1 minute past 11 o'clock out here in the West Coast. So it's been about an hour, and we are already in the fourth inning. So here we go, top of the fourth. Jonathan Aranda, Alejandro Kirk, and Rowdy Tellez, new pitcher in for Great Britain. Nick Wells now in the ball game. Nick Wells takes over for Jack Anderson on the mound. And he'll pitch to Aranda, Kirk, and Tellez here in the top of the fourth. Left-handed pitcher Nick Wells on the bump against the left-hander Jonathan Aranda. Starts him off with strike one. Fastball at 93. 0-1 pitch. Pitch misses low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aranda. Aranda 1 for 1 with a single. Got that single in that first inning, but he was stranded at first. Takes a pitch down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Someone let me know who the name of the manager for Great Britain, if you can. Keep showing them. Ground ball to Jack Chisholm Jr., who will throw out Aranda out at first. And that'll be the first out here to begin the top of the fourth for Team Mexico. Jonathan Aranda grounds out. That'll bring up the catcher Alejandro Kirk up next for Mexico. And again, we are live over on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, feel free to join us over on Twitch. Search Chin Music Podcast. Join us for a better time over on Twitch. Got more fun scenes, among other things. All right, 0-1 to Kirk. Ground ball to the shortstop, Lewis Jr., who throws out Kirk easily for the second out. And Nick Wells, 2 up, 2 outs here to begin the top of the fourth for Great Britain. Rowdy Tellez up next. Here's the left-hander, Rowdy Tellez. Tellez grounded out to Jack Chisholm Jr. in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1 from Wells. Tellez is 0 for 1. Brad Marcelino is the Great Britain coach, hitting instructor in the minors for the Diamondbacks. Thanks for letting me know, E-Dog. All right, Brad Marcelino, the skip for Great Britain. As Wells gets ahead of Rowdy Tellez. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 from the left-hander. Misses low and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rowdy. I like that name, Rowdy. Like Rowdy Roddy Piper. Rowdy Tellez. Popped him up. Foul ball territory, third baseman Ivan Johnson with the putout. And Team Mexico goes in order in the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth. 1-0 Mexico. All right, well, dude, it seems like this game is kind of flowing because the offenses for both Great Britain and Mexico are making quick outs. Another 1-2-3 inning. How many 1-2-3 innings have we had? We had 1. Okay, Mexico. Okay, that's their second inning in a row where they go 1-2-3. So zeros across the board for Mexico in the fourth. So bottom of the fourth we go. 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up for Great Britain. Harry Ford, B.J. Murray, and Matt Koperniak. Maybe Koperniak is more like it. So we've had both teams have had consecutive innings where they go back-to-back or where they go 1, 2, 3. And we'll see what Great Britain does in the bottom of the fourth. The look kind of fits, E-Dog, on what? Brad Marcelino? Or the fact that he's a Diamondback? He actually reminds me of a young Maury Wills. A little bit. The skip for Rowdy. yeah. Rowdy Tellez, his name fits him perfectly. Rowdy. Big burly of a man, Rowdy Tellez. And a left-handed hitter. Agreed. I would say yes. Oh, yeah. Shout outs to the Well. Looks like I'm going to be back at the Well March 16th for their wax night where we play nothing but records, real vinyl. So I'll be back. I got invited back, which is good. It's always a good thing when you get invited back. Here we go. Bottom of the fourth. Javier Assad back on the bump. Let's see how many pitches. He's at 42 pitches. Remember, you are limited to 65 pitches. After that, in WBC rules, you gotta come out. So he's at 42. Getting near the pitch count. Facing Harry Ford as he falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes to begin the bottom of the fourth for Great Britain. Harry Ford, B.J. Murray, Matt Koperniak due up. 1-0 Mexico. All right, aside from the stretch, it's 2-0 pitch to Harry Ford. Try to catch the outside corner. That one missed. Falls behind. 3 balls, no strikes. All right, 3-0 pitch incoming from Assad to Ford. Ford taking all the way. Assad catches the inside corner. 3-1. First baseman B.J. Murray on deck for Great Britain. Here's a 3-1 from Assad. Oh, good breaking pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Count goes full to Harry Ford. Payoff pitch from Assad. Outside corner, that one missed. Assad wanted the call, did not get it. And Harry Ford with a leadoff walk to begin the bottom of the fourth for Great Britain. That was a close pitch taken by Harry Ford, and Assad thought he had strike 3. But just a bit outside, according to the home plate umpire. So leadoff walk for Great Britain. That'll bring up B.J. Murray, left-handed hitter, first baseman for Great Britain. Assad's first pitch. Trying to catch the outside corner. Man, Assad not getting those corner calls from the home plate umpire as we see action in the Mexico bullpen. Looks like a left-hander's warming up. One-zero pitch to Murray coming up pretty soon. But not yet. Is that Marcelino's kid? That's a big boy. He has his kid with him. I gotta guess that's his kid. Brad Marcelino, British Baseball Hall of Fame, class of 2018. Interesting. All right, breaking pitch misses low as Assad falls behind to B.J. Murray. 2 balls, no strikes. Left fielder for Great Britain, Matt Koperniak on deck. Assad taking in the sign. Now he sets from the stretch. 2-0 pitch to Murray. Misses low and inside. And Assad falls behind. 3 balls, no strikes. Murray today 1 for 1 with a single against Assad. And he's up on the count. 3 balls, no strikes. 3-0 pitch from Javier Assad coming up to BJ Murray. Green light up the middle. 6-3 double play for Team Mexico. 2 down. Javier Assad is fired up. BJ Murray got the green light. 3-0. And he grounded it up the middle, but that's exactly where the shortstop for Team Mexico, Joey Ortiz, was at, where he turned the double play. 6-3 status. 2 away. And that'll do it for Javier Assad. Pitching change in Houston. So a good outing by Javier Assad. He leaves with the lead, and he leaves with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. It looks like he was fired up after getting that double play from BJ Murray. So new pitcher coming in for Team Mexico, as Matt Koporniak will be the hitter for Great Britain with 2 outs. Joshua Mato with the check-in. Mato, what's good, man? Welcome in, Mato. Hello. Yes, Japan with a big victory earlier this morning. They played at 2 in the morning out here in the West Coast against, they played against Chinese Taipei, and they beat them 13-0. There was a term that I heard used. It's not a mercy rule. Man, it was a different term that they used, and I heard it, and I was like, oh, note to self. But it was like a nice way of saying mercy. But anyway, yeah, there's mercy rules in WBC, and they only play like 7 innings. But a huge game for Shohei Ohtani of Team Japan. Hit a grand slam, and he was I believe he was either a double or a triple away from the cycle. Huge game for Shohei. Yoshua Mato, 15-plus runs, and game ends pretty much. Yes. Competitive. No, it wasn't competitive imbalance. Oh, man. I'll try to get that term, but yeah, I heard it. Believe it or not, I was actually listening to another fellow alternative broadcast announcer over on YouTube. Shout outs to what's the name of the guy? Oh man, I'm blanking on his on the name of his channel. Actually, I want to give him a shout out, but I was listening to his call, and he came up, not that he came up with the term, but I think he had the proper term. Let me go to my history. Here it is. Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, he does really. His name is Freddie. He does a really good play-by-play. Kind of plays it by the book. I feel like we're a little bit more off the cuff here. Definitely. All right, new pitcher on the bump for Team Mexico. This is Brennan Bernardino of the Colorado Rockies. Left-handed pitcher on the bump now for Mexico. Facing Koporniak as he pops that one up out of play in back of Alejandro Kirk into the seats. So Brennan Bernardino, former Red Sox and now current Colorado Rocky, on the bump. Facing Matt Koporniak, left-handed left fielder for Great Britain, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. 0-2 pitch. Try to go away, miss low, and way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Check swing. Swing! Puro punch out. Inning over for Great Britain. We go to the 5th. 1-0 Mexico. So Bernardino comes in, strikes out Koporniak on a swing for the third out. And again, another 1-2-3 inning. Now, the Great Britain did get a walk there, but it was erased by that B.J. Murray double play. And they pretty much go in order in the bottom of the fourth. So zeros across the board again for Great Britain as we go to the top of the fifth. Coming up for Mexico in the fifth. 6, 7, 8 hitters, which means Nacho Alvarez Jr., who already has homered in this ballgame, has gotten the Team Mexico's lone run so far. He'll be leading things off in the top of the fifth for Mexico, followed by Nick Gonzalez and Alek Thomas. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Mexico as we go to the top of the fifth. E-Dog, I wonder if the kid that signed with the Dodgers a while back is on Team Mexico or not. Good question. I haven't heard anything like that, brother, so I would probably guess not. Are you talking about the kid that supposedly was a taquero? Whatever happened to that guy? Ezekiel Rivera, was that him, Mato? I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything. All right, man. So I can't eat just yet, but we are going to get water, which is freezing up in the freezer. So let me grab that real quick. Puro chin music. Oh, man, I'm still getting shocked over here. I still got a live wire. I don't know what it is. There's a live wire in the studio. I keep getting shocked. I thought it was a fire stick, but no, it's not. It might be these cables. I got cables kind of. It might be the mic too. It could be the mic as well. I don't know. All right, not sure what it is, but I'm all afraid to touch stuff now. Ay, caray. All right, here we go. Top of the fifth. Nick Wells, left-handed pitcher, back on the bump for Great Britain as he faces Nacho Alvarez Jr. Alvarez Jr. 1-for-1 with that solo home run for Team Mexico. As Wells starts him off with strike one. As we look at Papa Anderson. Now he looks a little bit more less tense, more relaxed. Man, he was shooting bricks when his son Jack Anderson was on the bump. But now that Anderson's out, now he's talking to fans and he's just chilling now. All right, 0-2 pitch to Alvarez. Alvarez connects. Little fly ball to the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr., who's got the clear glasses. Very stylish. Jazz Chisholm Jr. out there in shallow center who makes the catch, and that'll be the first out to begin the top of the fifth for Mexico. Nick Gonzalez up next. Second baseman for Mexico. Nick Gonzalez 0-for-1. He flew out in his first at-bat, flew out to the shortstop. First pitch from Wells. Puro swing and miss from Gonzalez. Strike one. Wells gets ahead. All right, Nick Gonzalez, next pitch, pops it up, out of play, into the seats. You got sombreros out there, people with beard, look out. No balls, 2 strikes account to Nick Gonzalez. Alek Thomas on deck. One nothing Mexico, top of the fifth. All right, shout out to that fan, and they're going to give it to another fan. Very nice. Swing and a miss. Nick Gonzalez punched out. 2 away here in the top of the fifth. So Nick Gonzalez goes down swinging. Becomes the second out in the inning for Mexico. That'll bring up left-handed hitting center fielder Alek Thomas. Alek Thomas 0-for-1. He flew out in foul ball territory to the third baseman in his first at-bat. And here he is in his second at-bat. Check swing, fouled off, strike one. Wells gets ahead. Lefty-lefty matchup for Nick Wells against Alec Thomas. 0-1 pitch. Misses low and inside. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of Great Britain fans in the house today, but it just seems like there's a lot more Mexico fans over in Houston. 1-1 pitch to Thomas in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Live on YouTube, live on Twitch. The chat's a little bit more lit on Twitch. Anybody who wants to join us on Twitch, search Chin Music Podcast. Ground ball to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Alec Thomas retired. Mexico goes down 1-2-3. Bottom of the 5th we go. Mexico on top, 1-0. Ay, caray. So all of a sudden, the offense for both Great Britain and Mexico, they have lost steam. Ay, caray. Another 1-2-3 inning. So to the bottom of the 5th we go. Coming up for Great Britain, it'll be the 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up, which means it'll be designated hitter Christian Robinson, third baseman Ivan Johnson, and shortstop Ian Lewis Jr. Coming up for Great Britain as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Great Britain down by 1. So it's a tight one in Houston. All right, man. Let's go back to the back to the scoreboard. So earlier today, Japan defeated Chinese Taipei. They beat them 13-0. And it's a final. Cuba defeats Panama 3-1. And they're in the top of the 7th with Venezuela having a 6-2 lead over the Netherlands. Some of the action in the WBC baseball games today. Remember a little later today, it'll be Colombia versus Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic versus Nicaragua. It'll be USA versus Brazil. And it'll be the Czech Republic versus Chinese Taipei. Again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This is Chin Music, a Baseball Podcast, episode 12, Mexico versus Great Britain. WBC tournament in full effect. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. One nothing Mexico as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And Bernardino still on the bump for Team Mexico, left-handed pitcher. And real quick, I'm going to say this, man, but I'm getting a little bit of Manny Machado vibes with Bernardino. Like a skinnier Machado. Maybe I'm tripping, but that's what I'm seeing. All right, Christian Robinson, right-handed hitter, leading things off for Great Britain. Puro swing and a miss as Bernardino quickly gets him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. I don't know. I see a little Machado in Bernardino, just a little bit. I know it might anger some of you guys, but I'm just saying, that's what I see. It's got a bigger chin, I think, than Machado. Doesn't have the ears. Pitch misses low to Robinson. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Third baseman for Great Britain, Ivan Johnson on deck. Great Britain down only 1 run to Team Mexico here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch down low. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bernardino spits. Now he sets. He's pitching from the stretch. 2-2 pitch to Robinson. Puro swing and a miss. Bernardino with the punch out. 1 away. Bernardino strikes out Christian Robinson. Looks like he threw him the heater upstairs. Robinson came up empty for the first out. We'll now face Ivan Johnson, third baseman for Great Britain. First pitch from Bernardino. Ground ball. Shortstop. Joey Ortiz fields it nicely. Throws to first. In time to get Ivan Johnson out at first. 2 down. 2 quick outs for Bernardino and Team Mexico. 6-3 on the putout. Oh, man, and Bernardino has quite a dome as well. Ian Lewis Jr., shortstop for Great Britain, up next. Right-handed hitter for Great Britain. Line drive foul. Down the left side of the field. See Benji Gill, Vinny Castilla, manager and coach for Team Mexico. Bernardino's 0-1 pitch to Ian Lewis Jr. Ground ball, base hit! Right through the 5-6, so over to left field for Ian Lewis Jr. 2-out single for Great Britain, and the inning continues. So tying run at first. Benji Gill going out there, and I got to think he's going to go to the, he's going to the bullpen. He'll make the change. There'll be a pitching change for Team Mexico. So Bernardino out, and we'll see who comes in for Team Mexico. Runner at first, 2 outs. Trace Thompson will be the hitter for Great Britain. Hold up. All right, let's take a look here real quick. So Bernardino is out. We'll see who Team Mexico brings in to face Trace Thompson, the 9th hitter in the lineup for Great Britain. No word yet on game day. E-Dog and Yoshua Mato. Me too. I kind of think maybe they should expand the rosters a little more so they can do that even if they don't get used to just having the experience. Maybe even do it by round. It's not that big of an advantage if you expand it during the early rounds and then cut it down the closer you get to the final. Maybe a U18 WBC would be a good idea. I think they have something like that, guys. They have the Premier 12. Now, I don't know the age restrictions there, but they do have a tournament called the Premier 12. But obviously, I mean, you know, it's nothing compared to the WBC. But look up Premier 12. Super Dirty Dan, what up? Yo, yo, yo. Super Dirty Dan checking in over on the Twitch channel. What up, Super Dirty Dan? Yeah, we're here. We're back, brother. Welcome into our 7th season of Chin Music, as we are calling the WBC game between Team Mexico and Great Britain. Mexico with a 1-0 lead, as we are currently in the bottom of the 5th. Great Britain does have the tying run at first, but with 2 outs in the inning. So here we go. Pitching change has been made. Oh, my gosh. We got Luis Gastelum, who's got like a mean old mane. Oh, my goodness. Look at the hair on Gastelum. Well, he's now on the bump. Right-handed pitcher for Team Mexico taking over here with 2 outs. Runner at first will face Trace Thompson, 9th hitter in the lineup for Great Britain. 2 down in the inning. Gastelum's first pitch to Thompson. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1. Gastelum gets ahead. Thompson 0 for 1. With a strikeout in today's ballgame. Check over at first. Ball gets away, but looks like Ian Lewis Jr. took it off the rib cage. So Gastelum with a pickoff move, and looked like the ball got away from Aranda, the first baseman of Mexico, and it struck Lewis Jr. Not sure where it got him. Maybe the rib cage, perhaps the arm. Let's see where it got him. Ball was coming in. Yeah, I got him on the rib cage, around the belt line almost. Actually, wait a minute. It might have got him on the arm. Can't tell there. The back of the arm, the tricep. Yeah, it looks like it got the tricep according to how Lewis Jr. is kind of moving around. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike to Trace Thompson. Runner at first, 2 outs for Great Britain. Thompson connects. That's a base hit to left field. And just like that, oh, wait a minute. Throw to third, and the ball gets away from Nacho Jr. Lewis Jr. Risky move, but it pays off for Great Britain as he goes from second to third. And wait a minute. Are they calling him safe or out? They're calling him out. What just happened? Looked like the ball got away, but somehow they're calling Lewis Jr. out. Marcelino's going to want to watch a review here. Hold the hell up. It looked like the ball got away. But the call is that Lewis Jr. was out at third. Let's look at the replay here. So it was a base hit by Trace Thompson to left field. Lewis Jr., he slid into second. Oh, wait a minute. Did he touch second? He missed second base. Yep. And look at, I don't know if that was Joey Ortiz or Nick Gonzalez. Right away, he's like, dude, he did not touch second. What a heads-up play by Team Mexico. And I think Lewis Jr. knows that he might have missed second base. He went with a head first slide to second, but he missed when he got up and realized that it was a base hit to left field. And you saw the second. Look at the reaction from the second baseman. That's Joey Ortiz. Or is it Nick Gonzalez? It might have been Nick Gonzalez. But he's looking, and man, what a heads-up play by right there. Keeping tabs whether or not he touched second, and it didn't look like he did. Now it's going to be up to the interpretation of the replay and what the umpires see. But the call was out. And the umpires are going to have to see if there's any undisputable evidence that he did touch second base to try to overturn that call. So we'll see what they come up with. But the call was out. Very interesting. And look at Marcelino is convinced that he did touch second base. Lewis Jr. celebrating like he was called safe. Hold up. Still waiting on the official call from the umpires. Marcelino, the Great Britain coach, is convinced that Lewis Jr. did touch the bag. E-Dog, if you go back and look at the replay, his finger does scrape the bag, or the back on the top of the bag. Yeah, FS1's not doing us any favors right now. They're not. I want to see more replays. Even if it's the same replay. But FS1 not doing us any favors right now, man. Well, the call was out. And Great Britain is trying to get the call overturned. Looks like we're going to get a judgment call pretty soon here. E-Dog says that the hand touched. Oh, right there. Oh. E-Dog, you might be right, brother. He scraped the top of the bag with his finger. You might be right, E-Dog. I just saw it right now. Oh, man, this is gonna be an interesting interpretation of the umpires to figure if he's out or safe, if he did touch the bag or not. Here we go, the call from the crew chief. And looks like he is safe. And Great Britain will continue to threaten. Runners on the corners, 2 down. Call overturned for Great Britain. So Mexico's defense will have to get back onto the field. They were hanging out in the dugout. They would have to come back out. Trace Thompson, obviously, with the base hit. But Lewis Jr. goes from first to third as he scraped the top of the bag with his finger just barely. So the inning continues for Great Britain. And they are threatening as they have the tying run 90 feet away. So runners on the corners with 2 outs. Top of the lineup, Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be the hitter up next for Great Britain. Very pivotal part so far in this ball game with Great Britain threatening. Chad Chisholm Jr. tonight, or today, 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. And he's got runners on the corners with 2 outs. Gastelum from the stretch. He steps off. Hold up. All right, Thompson, the runner at first. Lewis Jr., the tying run for Great Britain. He's the runner at third with 2 outs. All right, first pitch to Chisholm Jr. Breaking pitch down low and inside. Ball 1. One 0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Gastelum evens up the count against Chisholm Jr. 1 ball, 1 strike. Look like the splitter from Gastelum. Good one. Puro swing and a miss. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Inside corner, called a strike. Gastelum gets the call. And he gets ahead of the count. Chisholm Jr. can't believe it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mexican fans to their feet. They want the punch out. And Alejandro Kirk is going to go out there. They're having issues with the pitch comm. Hold up. Pitch comm issues. Yeah, they're going to want another receiver for Gastelum. They'll bring that out. Is that another kid from Benji Gill? Remember, Mateo Gill, he's in the squad. He's a backup infielder in the squad for Team Mexico, but that Bat Boy, I guess the Bat Boy is also a Gill as well. He might be a cousin, a primo, perhaps. All right, looks like the receiver issues are situated for Team Mexico. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Chad Chisholm Jr. with runners on the corners and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Gastelum's 1-2 pitch. Oh, high drive to left, right field. Jared Duran makes the catch. Oh my gosh, I'm so discombobulated. An inning over for Great Britain. Mexico dodges a bullet. It was a fly ball to right field, not left, to right field. And Jaron Duran made the catch. Chad Chisholm retired. Inning over for Great Britain. They strand 2. And wow, Mexico did dodge a bullet there in the bottom of the 5th. So F9 on the putout for Chad Chisholm Jr. So Great Britain. Oh man, for a second there, it looked like Chisholm Jr. got all of it. But it was just a regular fly ball to right. So in that inning, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left. And this ball game moves to the top of the 6th. Coming up for Mexico, 9-1-2 hitters. Joey Ortiz, Jaron Duran, Randy Arozarena due up. Mexico with a 1-0 lead over Great Britain. Oh, man. You know, I don't know why the catcher and pitcher can't do a signal and then go back to hand signals until the end of the inning and then change out the comm. At the very least, at the very least, after the at bat. But you're right, man. I don't know why. Oh, man, things got really interesting real quick for Great Britain, but luckily for Team Mexico, they were able to shut that mess down real quick by getting Chad Chisholm Jr. to fly out to right. All right, looks like Great Britain's bringing out a new pitcher, Ryan Long, to take over for Nick Wells. Ryan Long now on the bump for Great Britain as we will begin the top of the 6th. E-Dog, because I kind of don't like the fact that it stops play. Yeah, you're right about that. It does kind of mess the flow with the with the flow of the game when they have to change receivers. It's something that can just be real quick and you don't have to stop it. Yeah, you're right, man. They should just revert to hand signals at the very least until the end of the at-bat, at the very least. All right, here we go. Top of the sixth for Team Mexico. Mexico with the 1-0 lead over Great Britain. Ryan Long, right-handed pitcher now on the bump for Great Britain. Facing Joey Ortiz, 9th hitter in the lineup for Team Mexico. And very quickly, Ryan Long has fallen behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Leadoff hitter Jaron Duran on deck for Mexico. 2-0 pitch. Upstairs, Ryan Long falls behind. 3 balls, no strikes to the 9th hitter, Joey Ortiz. Ortiz today 0 for 1 with a strikeout. There's Jaron Duran waiting his turn on deck for Mexico. Randy Arozarena in the hole. 3-0 pitch. Ortiz taking all the way. Pitch just missed upstairs. And that'll be a leadoff walk for Mexico to begin the top of the sixth. Jaron Duran will be the hitter. He's 0 for 2 with 2 punch-outs. Left-handed hitter for Team Mexico with the runner at first. Nobody out. First pitch to Duran. Breaking pitch. Misses inside. Ball 1. So Ryan Long has come into this ballgame for Great Britain, but has thrown 5 consecutive balls. 1-0 to Duran. There's a strike. Duran not sure of it. It was a half swing. He makes contact. Fouls it off, but into the glove of the catcher for strike 1. Count goes even. Randy Arozarena on deck for Mexico. 1-1. Oh, and Duran takes it off he takes it off the armor. Ortiz was off to the races, but Long hits Duran. Looks like he took it off the tricep, and I'm pretty sure Duran has some armor on there. And just like that, Mexico will have runners at second and first with nobody out. Randy Arozarena will be the hitter. Pitching coach out there to have a word with Long, who has come in here, thrown a lot of balls, and has hit a batter for Team Mexico. Ay, caray. Fact Soda, it's 1-0 Mexico over Great Britain. Fact Soda, if you want to join us on Twitch, we have a live score bug there if you want to follow along. But it's 1-0 Mexico, where Mexico has runners at second and first here in the top of the sixth. Randy Arozarena will be the hitter with nobody out. So big opportunity for Randy Arozarena and Team Mexico to build on their 1-0 lead against Great Britain. Long from the stretch. First pitch to Arozarena upstairs. Ball 1. So Ryan Long, pitcher for Great Britain, continues to struggle trying to locate the strike zone. Arozarena today 0 for 2, ground out and a flyout. Breaking pitch up and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Action in the Great Britain bullpen. Jack Seppings begins to warm up. Right-handed pitcher for Great Britain. Ryan Long struggling on the bump. 2-0 pitch. Arozarena swings, pops it up, and out of play. Luckily for Team Mexico, he was swinging 2-0. Count goes now 2 balls, 1 strike. Ryan Long sets, back on the bump, takes a deep breath. From the stretch, 2-1 pitch to Randy. Big cut, swing and a miss. Came up empty. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Puro whiff. Oh, man, Arozarena almost came out of his chain on that swing. Came up empty. Jonathan Aranda on deck for Mexico. You got Ortiz at second. Jaron Duran at first. Nobody out here in the top of the sixth for Mexico. Ryan Long sets. 2-2 pitch to Randy Arozarena. Upstairs misses. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gilbert Chavez with the check-in. What up, Gilbert? Happy Friday, brother. Thanks for joining in. Mexico versus Great Britain, brother. Good game. And big pivotal moment here for Mexico. Here's the payoff pitch to Arozarena. Big swing and a miss, and then a big strikeout by Ryan Long, striking out Randy Arozarena for the first out. Puro punch out. Looks like he got him with a breaking pitch. It might have been a splitter. Yes, it was. Splitter got Randy Arozarena swinging and missing. 1 away for Mexico. Jonathan Aranda will be the hitter. Big strikeout by Ryan Long to get Arozarena swinging. And that sets up the double play for Great Britain. Here's Jonathan Aranda. Aranda today, 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch to Aranda, up and away, ball 1. So again, Ryan Long falling behind these Mexico hitters. 2 on, 1 out. Pitch to Aranda. Oh, Aranda connects. High drive, deep to right. What a catch! Trace Thompson comes down with the ball. Runners will tag from second and third, but Trace Thompson with a great running catch for Great Britain. 2 away. Jonathan Aranda gave it a right to right. Trace Thompson tracked it down at the track right before the water come down with that catch. What a play! Oh, what a catch by Trace Thompson. Last minute leap. And he's able to make the catch. Right at the wall. 2 down. What a play by Trace. Alejandro Kirk with runners on the corners and 2 outs now will be the hitter for Team Mexico. Freaking Trace Thompson. Kirk 0 for 2 fly out and the ground out for Mexico. First pitch from Long. There goes the runner to second. He'll jack it. Jaron Duran safe at second. Runner stays put at third, but now Team Mexico has 2 runners in scoring position now with 2 outs for Alejandro Kirk. So Jaron Duran swipes second. Big opportunity for Team Mexico here, but with 2 outs in the inning. Ortiz at third, Duran at second. 0-1 pitch to Kirk. Swing and a miss. And Ryan Long all of a sudden has Alejandro Kirk in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Long sets. 0-2 pitch to Kirk. Slow roller foul. At bat continues. Oh, man. Things are getting interesting here in this one. All right, here we go again. Ryan Long sets. Another incoming 0-2 pitch to Alejandro Kirk. Gilbert Chavez, that is the plan, brother. 5 o'clock. USA versus Brazil. That is the plan, brother. If all goes well, we will be back for episode 13 today. All right, 0-2 pitch to Kirk. Popped him up. Right field. Trace Thompson says he's got it. He'll make the catch. Great Britain gets out of the jam. They strand 2. They strand 2 Mexico runners in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0 Mexico. Wow. And Great Britain dodges a bullet. Oh, man. That inning was highlighted by that Trace Thompson running catch out there in right field. What a play. What an inning. Yeah, things are starting to heat up. In the middle innings, man, it was 1-2-3, 1-2-3, but things are starting to heat up here. As we move things to the bottom of the 6th. All right, real quick, let me finish off the totals here. No runs on on no hits. No errors, 2 left on base for Mexico. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. Coming up for Great Britain, 2, 3, 4 hitters. Nate Eaton, Harry Ford, B.J. Murray do up. Oh, man. It's only a 1-0 lead, guys. All right, bottom of the 8th, Venezuela with a 6-2 lead over the Netherlands. And remember, a little later today will be Colorado versus Puerto Rico. Colorado versus Puerto Rico. Colombia versus Puerto Rico. My bad. Dominican Republic versus Nicaragua. And USA versus Brazil. And a little later tonight will be Chinese Taipei versus the Czech Republic. Still a lot of WBC games to be played later on today. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for hanging out, man. Puro WBC Friday, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Meaningful baseball. It's just great to have meaningful baseball back. And we're watching a good game here between Mexico and Great Britain. 1-0 Mexico leads it as we go to the bottom of the 6th. All right, new pitcher on the bump for Team Mexico. Right-handed pitcher Alex Carrillo takes over. That's Carrillo for you Spanish-speaking foos. All right, strike 1 to Nate Eaton, who leads off the bottom of the 6th for Great Britain. Nate 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out. 0-1 pitch from Carrillo. Tries to hit the outside corner, misses. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Catcher for Great Britain, Harry Ford on deck. Yeah, Big Fox will be showing that Brazil-USA game tonight at 5 o'clock. Ground ball to the left side, foul by Eaton. As Carrillo gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And yeah, you guys can follow along on this game on FS1. FS1 is showing the game. All right, Carrillo from the stretch. His 1-2 pitch to Eaton. Popped them up. Ball goes out of play. Count stays 1-2. 1-0 Mexico here in the bottom of the 6th. What's the stadium called out there in Houston? Enron? Minute Maid? What is it now? Popped up! Alec Thomas coming in. Center fielder for Mexico will make the catch. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th for Great Britain. So Nate Eaton flies out. And that'll bring up the catcher, Harry Ford, up next with 1 out. Mexico sacó un home run, sí. Después de una. No. 1-0. Oh, ¿por qué gritaba? Porque hicieron una buena jugada. My dad. All right, here's Harry Ford. 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Carrillo's 0-1 pitch. High drive to left. Harry Ford has gone yard. And we have ourselves a tied ball game here at the bottom of the 6th. 1-1 tie. Harry Ford connects. And just like that, we're all knotted up at 1. Oh, man, that is a hilarious celebration. I forget what they call those guys, but Great Britain loving it as they have tied Mexico here 1-1. Harry Ford has gone yard against Carrillo. Here's B.J. Murray. Oh, yeah, you got to dress them up. What do you call those guys, man? The guys that stand still in Great Britain. That is hilarious. I love it. Oh, man. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike to B.J. Murray. One pitch from Carrillo. Breaking pitch, swung on and missed. Gets ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another look at a no-doubter from Harry Ford. Clears the left field wall without a doubt and has tied its ball game up at 1. Count goes even to Murray now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Torta Man with the check and no! What up, Torta Man? Welcome in. Puro Chin Music. Episode 12, Mexico versus Great Britain. We're all tied up at 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out in the inning. 2-2 pitch now in the dirt. Count goes full to Murray. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Benji, we're kind of showing the game. We do got a score bug, Benji. If you want to join us, search Chin Music Podcast and you'll see what I mean. Check swing. Swing! Strike 3. 2 down. Puro punch out. B.J. Murray goes down swinging and becomes the second out for Great Britain here in the bottom of the 6th. He gets called out on the swing by the home plate umpire. 2 away. And Benji Gill is going to go out there to pull Carrillo. Pitching change in Houston, Texas for Team Mexico. In a 1-1 tie. Ay, caray. All right, man. So Harry Ford has tied this game up after that home run. B.J. Murray struck out. And Matt Koporniak coming up. Oh, Torta Man, you are Benji? I just pulled up on my Twitch. Torta Man, welcome in, man. I love your handle. And actually, you're making me very hungry, bro. I love me a good torta. Torta de chorizo, torta de milanesa. I'm all down for any torta, bro. Tell you the truth. Especially since I haven't eaten just yet, bro. But welcome in. As you can see, we got the live score bug. You kind of see the look, man. I got 2 strikes here on Twitch, and the thing is, it's 3 strikes and I'm out, brother. So I got to be really careful with showing the game. We got away with it with so many seasons here on Chin Music, and I had to change things up just so I could kind of stay relevant on my channel. I don't want to get banned. So one of the reasons why I got to kind of do it the way I'm doing it right now, brother. But anyway, Torta Man, thanks for joining us, man. This is like an alternative baseball broadcast here. We do our own play-by-play. See, we call it how we see it. You know what I mean? It's kind of how we do it here, man. Straight up. So thanks for joining us, Torta Man. Puro 6363. Let's go. Gilbert Chavez, Benji Gill. Yes, former Angel. We just saw that. Me and my brother, we were just talking about. Believe it or not, a couple of days ago, my brother and I, we were trying to name the starters for the 2002 Angels, and we had a hard time trying to figure out who was the first baseman of that 2002 team. We were calling, Darren Erstad, Tim Salmon, Garrett Anderson, David Eckstein, Troy Gloss, Adam Kennedy, not Benji Gill, but Benji Molina. But we were trying to figure out who was the first baseman. And then my brother looked it up. He's like, dude, Benji Gill played for the Angels in 2002. I'm like, what? We were bugging out. All right, here we go. 2 outs in the inning. New pitcher, left-handed pitcher on the bump now for Team Mexico as he faces left-hander Koporniak. And it is Sammy Natera Jr. There's a bunch of juniors in this Mexico team. What's up with that? Nevertheless, left-handed pitcher versus left-handed hitter Koporniak. As that one misses inside, falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. 1-1 tie. Mexico versus Great Britain. Great Britain has tied it up here thanks to a Harry Ford home run. Puro solo shot. And Natera has fallen behind to Koporniak. 3 balls, no strikes. Designated hitter Christian Robinson on deck for Great Britain. Gilbert Chavez, yes, Albert Pujols is managing the DR. Yes, he is. Pitch up and in, misses, and a 4-pitch walk issued to Koporniak by Natera Jr. Inning continues for Great Britain. And that will indeed bring up the DH Christian Robinson up next, with the runner at first and 2 outs. All right, first pitch from the left-hander to Robinson. Check swing, no swing. I don't think he went around. Did he? No, he didn't. Ball 1. All right. Robinson today for Great Britain, 0 for 2. Has struck out twice in the ballgame. Here's the 1-0 from Natera. Breaking pitch, dunks it in there for strike 1. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Natera from the stretch, 1-1 pitch. Another check swing on a breaking pitch low and inside, and another check swing. That turns the count to 2-1. Natera goes outside, misses, and now he has fallen behind to Robinson. 3 balls, 1 strike. Third baseman for Great Britain, Ivan Johnson on deck. So Natera struggling a little bit, trying to find the strike zone for Team Mexico on the bump. Here's his 3-1 pitch. That was fouled out by Robinson. Count will go full with 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Wonder who's going to take the bump for Team USA. You know what? That's a great question. Isn't it Skeens? I'm not. It could be Skeens. I don't think it's Skeens, though. It might be McLean. Nate McLean, the rookie pitcher for... I'll let you know, brother. See if I can find out real quick. See the preview. Oh, it's going to be Logan Webb. Logan Webb. All right, pitch down low and away. Ball 4. And the inning continues for Great Britain. And now they have 2 runners on with 2 outs. Runners at second and first. As Natera walks Robinson. That'll bring up the third baseman for Great Britain. Ivan Johnson up next. Johnson today 0 for 2. Pop out on the ground out. So back-to-back walks issued by Natera. Pitching coach out there to have a word with him. Trying to see if he could talk some sense into the left-hander. Yeah, Logan Webb will be starting for Team USA today against Brazil. All right, man. Let's see if Natera Jr. could try to figure it out. Like all these juniors in Team Mexico. Like, just like the luchadores in AAA now. Like, you got Pantera Jr., Pentagon Jr. There's a really funny name that me and my brother laugh when we hear it. Oh, Dr. Wagner Jr. Dr. Wagner Jr. Mean or luchador name. Well, this is Natera Jr., and he's having a hard time trying to locate the strike zone. Now facing Ivan Johnson. All right, and just like that, a little pep talk, and all of a sudden, he has Ivan Johnson in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Johnson will call a timeout. Natera Jr. trying to finish it off here for Great Britain here in the bottom of the 6th, where Great Britain has tied this ball game up at 1. Natera Jr.'s 0-2 pitch. Inside just missed. 1-2 the count. Mexico wanted that call, did not get it. That fan wanted it. He didn't get it. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch now. To Johnson. Way inside. Count's going to go even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gilbert Chavez excited that baseball is back. Oh, yeah. You and I both, brother. Torta, man, would be cool to see WBC go longer with more countries involved. Yeah. Just that I guess the talent will kind of fizzle down the more countries you have, to be totally honest with you, Torta, man. It would be cool, but yeah, you will see the level of competition the quality kind of fizzle down. I honestly think the way they have it right now is pretty good. But I hear you, Torta, man. All right, here we go. 2 on, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces wild. 2-2 pitch from Natera. Ground ball to the left side, foul. At bat continues. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Ivan Johnson. See, Ian Lewis Jr., shortstop for Great Britain. He's the hitter on deck. All right, Natera, another 2-2 pitch to Johnson. Oh, that was a line drive, base hit to left field. Randy Arozarena, throw to the home. He will be out. Wow, what a throw by Randy Arozarena. Marcelino wants the review, but I don't know. He threw him out from me to you. No doubter. Arozarena came up firing from left field. And he guns out Koporniak at the plate. Oh, man. Yeah, he's out. There's no doubt about that one. 1-1 tie. Let's go. What a play by Randy in left field. Holy moly. What a ball game. So Koporniak gets gunned out at the plate. So that goes 7-2 on the putout. On Koporniak for the 3rd out. What a play. Holy moly, what a game. Wow. Let's go to the 7th, guys. We're going to the 7th. Woo! Trying to catch my breath here. Jeez. E-Dog, Puro meat. That was way too shallow. Yeah, you know what, E-Dog? I know what you mean, but I think Great Britain was just trying to, hope that Randy Arozarena threw a ball offline to the plate. And to be totally honest, with 2 outs, 1-1 tie, going into the 7th, I like the risk that Great Britain took. Right there, you're just hoping that Randy Arozarena is offline on the throw, and luckily for Team Mexico, he was not, as he threw a seed to Alejandro Kirk. But I'm not mad at Great Britain risking it right there. Not at all. Not at all. E-Dog saying that was too shallow. If he was more against the wall, maybe. Gilbert Chavez, I got a few minutes left on my lunch. Got to get ready to clock back in. I'll be back later for the USA game. Sounds good, Gilbert Chavez. Have a great rest of your day, and maybe we'll see you on later on tonight on Chin Music, episode 13. E-Dog, yep. But I wouldn't have tried that because chances are it's going to be a throw and not the airmail. See, the way I look at it, E-Dog, I see what you mean. But the way I see it, remember, you got the 8th hitter coming up. So right there after a base hit, you got to chance it. If you're Great Britain, you're feeling it. You just tied it up. You got 2 outs in the inning. Let's try to make something happen. They try to make happen. It just backfired. I'm not mad at the decision there by Great Britain. I would have ran it again. You try to make the other team make a great play, and right there, Randy Arozarena, left fielder for Team Mexico, made a great play on a dart throw over to the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. 1-1 tie. So here we go, top of the 7th. Coming up for Team Mexico in the 7th, it'll be Rowdy Tellez, Nacho Alvarez, Nick Gonzalez. That'll be the 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up. Check swing, that's a swing. Ay caray. There we go. Strike one to Tellez. Gary Gill Hill. Gary Gill Hill. Oh, man, if that's not a Great Britain name, I don't know what is. Gary Gill Hill. Gary Gill Hill? Oh, man. He's now on the bump. Right-handed pitcher for Great Britain. As Rowdy Tellez fouls it off. He's quickly down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Gary Gill Hill. What a name. E-Dog, yeah, I see that, but you can also look at it the other way. You clear the 8th hitter. I see what you mean, E-Dog. I'm hearing you. Gary Gill Hill. All right, 0-2 pitch coming up to Rowdy Tellez. 1-1 tie here in the top of the 7th. Oh, that one just missed inside. Gary Gill Hill thought he had strike 3. It's a ball. He's walking around the mound like he struck him out. Hold up. Hold up, Gary Gill Hill. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to Rowdy Tellez. In the dirt. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Third baseman for Mexico, Nacho Alvarez Jr. on deck. 2-2 to Tellez. Popped them up. Left field. Kaporniak makes the catch. That'll be the first out here in the top of the 7th for Mexico. Rowdy Tellez flies out. That'll bring up Nacho Alvarez, who in the 2nd inning gave Team Mexico an early 1-0 lead with that solo blast. And here he is coming up here in the top of the 7th with 1 out. Nacho Alvarez, 1 for 2. All right, first pitch from Hill down the pipe. Called a strike to Alvarez. Oh, 1 from Hill. Oh, good breaking pitch. Puro swinging a miss from Alvarez Jr. They're showing the March 14th score 2-1 Great Britain, Mexico over Great Britain back in 2023. So here we go again. These two teams have been playing very close baseball. 0-2 pitch to Alvarez Jr. Swing and a miss. Hill with the punch out. 2 down. Alvarez Jr. strikes out. Nick Gonzalez now the hitter for Team Mexico. First pitch to Gonzalez. Popped up. Deep right. Going back. Trace Thompson at the wall will make the catch. Inning over for Team Mexico. Gonzalez gives it a ride. But right at the track. 1-1 tie. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time in Houston. Oh, man. That was close. Gonzalez takes it all the way to the track, and right before the wall, Trace Thompson comes out with the catch. So inning over for Mexico as we go to the bottom of the 7th. So Mexico ends up going in order. All right. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Golfer with the check-in. What up? Former Dodger Trace Thompson with the save. Wow. Wow, Bahamas. What up, Golfer? Yeah, man, Trace Thompson has already had a couple of good catches out there in right field for Great Britain. Former Dodger Trace Thompson, who I believe is a free agent. I don't think he's playing MLB right now. He might be in somebody's system, but I don't think so. I could be wrong. Hey, ¿Qué pasó? Ana con Ana? Oh, okay. Shouts to Baby D. Just been chilling, probably waiting for me to be finished. Almost done, mamas. As we go to the bottom of the 7th. But yeah, good ball game here. 1-1 tied. So Team Mexico got a solo blast from Nacho Alvarez Jr. And Great Britain got a solo blast from Harry Ford. And that's how we're tied. 1-1 going into the bottom of the 7th with Great Britain coming up. Now, for Great Britain, what the hell am I doing here? It's like I'm using a moving blanket as a seat cover. I need extra cushion here. I need cushion. I need cushion. Where's my cushion? Oh, I don't have the cushion scene up right now. There we go. We need cushion. Coming up for Great Britain, it'll be 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Ian Lewis Jr., Trace Thompson, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be coming up. Not enough cushion, golfer. 1-1 tie, bottom of the 7th we go. Might be time to get studio chairs. Ay, caray. They got the Cowardly Lion out there in Houston. You got the Mats Luchadores out there in Houston. Got my man with the Lokes pounding the Bud Light. I see you. Happy Friday going out to everybody. All right. Do we got a new pitcher? I think we got a new pitcher. Mexico has a new pitcher. Robert Garcia now on the bump. Left-handed pitcher for Mexico takes over here in the bottom of the 7th. Facing Ian Lewis Jr., who pops it up left center. Alec Tomas will make the catch. 1 up, 1 out for Garcia and Mexico to begin the bottom of the 7th. Trace Thompson, 9th hitter in that lineup for Great Britain, up next. Inside pitch, called a strike to Trace Thompson. Jazz Chisholm Jr. on deck. Bunch of juniors in today's ball game. Ground ball. And that's off the foot. Is that a Tom and Jerry? Yeah, it is. Puro Tom and Jerry. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Trace Thompson. Garcia's 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Puro smart swing. 2 down. Garcia with the punch out. Strikes out Trace Thompson. Megan the Stallion's brother-in-law, right? Let's go. All right, Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be up next. Lefty versus lefty here. Garcia versus Chisholm Jr. Oh, starts him off with a good breaking pitch that just goes a bit outside. Called the ball. Jazz Chisholm Jr. When he hits, he loses the stylish glasses. He's 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. Good breaking pitch by Garcia. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Garcia to Chisholm Jr. Oh, man, that one just missed outside. I'm telling you, man, that home plate umpire's not really calling those outside pitches. That one looked close. That one looked like it hit the strike zone. Home plate umpire's not calling those inside-outside pitches. Here's a 2-1 to Chisholm Jr. Ground ball to the right side. Fielded nicely by Gonzalez, who throws him out. 1, 2, 3, go Great Britain. We go to the 8th. 1-1 tie. So 4-3 on the putout on Jazz Chisholm Jr. And that does it for Great Britain in the 7th. This ball game moves to the 8th inning. So Great Britain again Goes 1, 2, 3. All right. All right. Top of the 8th we go. Coming up from Mexico. It'll be 8, 9, 1 hitters. Alec Tomas, Joey Ortiz, and Jaron Duran. Due up. We are in the championship rounds, guys. Buckle up. Buckle up. All right, Venezuela trying to finish off Netherlands 6-2 in that one. Top of the 9th over there. Remember, a little later will be Colombia versus Puerto Rico. That game starts at 3 o'clock out here in the West Coast. Dominican Republic versus Nicaragua. That game starts at 4 out here. USA versus Brazil. That game starts at 5. Be on the lookout. I'm trying to get episode 13 popping off where we call USA versus Brazil. Be on the lookout for that. We'll try to make that happen, Captain. Czech Republic versus Chinese Taipei. That game will be at 7 o'clock. Already finals. Japan. Japan beat up Chinese Taipei pretty badly. They beat them 13-0. Ay, caray. That's a final there. That was another final. Yeah, Cuba. Cuba ended up winning. Why can't I see that score? Oh, yeah, Cuba beat Panama 3-1. And now it's a final. Venezuela does end up defeating the Netherlands 6-2. That game is a final. So we're all caught up now as we go to the top of the 8th. All right, here we go. Hill versus Alec Thomas. Alec Thomas 0 for 2 for Team Mexico today. Hill starts him off with strike 1. Pop out, ground out for Thomas today. Ground ball to the right side, foul. Hill gets ahead, has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. 9th hitter for Team Mexico. The shortstop, Joey Ortiz, on deck. E-Dog, wow, they put WBC in the show game for 2026. That is so dope. That is really cool. Golfer Logan Webb will be starting for Team USA against Brazil. Logan Webb of the hated Giants. Swing and a miss. Alec Thomas strikes out to begin the top of the 8th for Team Mexico. Ay, caray. That'll be the first out in the inning. Hill with the punch out. Hill with that fastball upstairs. Got Alex Thomas with that swing and miss. Here's Joey Ortiz. Breaking pitch way outside. Ball 1 to Ortiz. Jaron Duran on deck for Team Mexico. Hill with the 1-0. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ortiz. Gary Gill Hill on the bump for Great Britain right now. There's a swing and a miss from Ortiz. And Gary Gill Hill ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1-1 tie here in the top of the 8th between Mexico and Great Britain. Hill with the 1-2 pitch. Popped him up. Ortiz. Foul ball territory. This one will reach the dugout of Mexico. Out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes to Joey Ortiz. Another incoming 1-2 pitch from Hill to Ortiz. Breaking pitch way outside. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ortiz 0 for 1 with a walk. 2-2. Outside corner. Hill gets the call. Home plate umpire decides to call that a strike on a pitch way outside. Inconsistencies from the home plate ump. 2 down. Man, Ortiz got caught looking peeping Tom, but I don't blame Ortiz. I wouldn't have swung at that either. Here's Jarren Duran. Breaking pitch down low. Ball 1. Duran 0 for 2, got hit by a pitch. Stole a base. 2 outs in the inning here for Team Mexico. Duran connects. High drive. Back. Foul ball. Oh, man, Duran all over that one, but he pulled the hell out of it. And that was a foul ball. Loud strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pitch outside misses. 2-1 the count. Oh, man. I thought Duran had it for a second there. Torta, man. He was about to type that he feels Duran could do something here. He almost did. Pitch way outside. Hill falls behind a Duran. 3 balls, 1 strike. Randy Arozarena on deck for Team Mexico. Hill with the 3-1. Outside ball 4. Duran with a 2-out walk for Mexico. Inning continues. And that will indeed bring up Randy Arozarena up to bat. All right, Randy hitless in this ball game. 0 for 3. Ground out, fly out, and struck out in his last at-bat. Go ahead run at first for Team Mexico with 2 outs. All right, what are they doing? Harry is going out there. Maybe he's trying to save his pitcher, perhaps. Maybe he called the timeout. All right, here. We're ready to go now. Hill from the stretch. Duran, the runner at first for Team Mexico. First pitch to Randy Arozarena. In the dirt. Blocked nicely by Harry Ford to keep that ball out in front of him. No advancement from the runner at first, Jarren Duran. Ball 1 to Randy. Torta, man, we need 2023 WBC performance from Randy. Oh, man, you ain't kidding. He killed it in 2023 for Team Mexico. Or Joey Meneses for USA. Yes. Shouts to Joey Meneses. 1-0 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Hill falls behind. Jonathan Aranda on deck for Team Mexico. 1-1 tie here in the top of the 8th. All right, we're good on the batteries, too. Just an FYI. 2-0 pitch. Line foul. Look out, third base coach. Had to get out of the way of that one. He was swinging 2-0, but he pulls it foul down the left field line. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Jarren Duran with his lead over at first. 2 away here in the inning. 2-1 pitch from Hill to Randy Arozarena. Duran will go back to the bag as Hill steps off the bump. Harry Ford will go out there to have a conversation with Hill. Trying to straighten some things out. Randy Arozarena will have a conversation with the home plate ump to ask him about those outside pitches. What's up with that, ump? Or what's up with that, Blue? Ay, caray. All right, Blue going out there to break him up. 2 balls, 1 strike, runner at first for Team Mexico. 2 outs in the inning. 1-1 tie between Mexico and Great Britain. Duran with his lead at first. 2-1 pitch incoming from Glenn Gill Hill. Duran bluffs. Breaking pitch inside misses. 3-1 now to Arozarena. 3-1 pitch. Low and away. Ball 4. Team Mexico has runners at second and first with 2 down. Jonathan Aranda will be the hitter. Back-to-back walks issued by Hill. There is action in the Great Britain bullpen. And looks like they will make the change. Marcelino will be coming out. Marcelino's got a mean old frohawk for Great Britain. As he makes the walk to the bump, and I'm pretty sure he's going to pull Hill. He's going to bring in a new pitcher in from the bullpen. Yep, that'll do it for Hill. Glenn Gill Hill. And Jonathan Aranda, left-handed hitter. Most likely, I got to guess Marcelino's bringing the left-hander to face the lefty. Yep. Oh, no, that's a right-handed. Wait up. Hold up. Pitching change in Houston. That was going to be a lefty, but no, he's bringing in a right-hander to face the lefty Aranda. Okay. Oh, man. Tense moments here in the top of the 8th for Mexico with 2 outs. 2 on, 2 outs. Well, guys, thank you guys so much for hanging out, man. Hope you guys are enjoying the call. Mexico versus Great Britain, 1-1 tie as we are in the top of the 8th with 2 outs. Puro championship rounds. And then be on the lookout. We are going to try to go back live for episode 13 and try to call the USA versus Brazil game. That game will be at 5 o'clock out here in the West Coast. So be on the lookout for that, man. This is Chin Music episode 12. So right-handed pitcher will be Tristan Beck, who will take over on the bump for Great Britain. Tristan Beck. And he'll face the left-hander, Jonathan Aranda, with runners at second and first and 2 outs in the inning. In a 1-1 tie. And here we go. Duran, the runner at second. Rosarena, the runner at first for Team Mexico. Tristan Beck. Now on the bump. Tristan Beck. Plays for the hated ones. Ay, caray. Facing Jonathan Aranda. First pitch to Aranda. Look out inside. Just missed him. Ball 1. Jonathan Aranda for Team Mexico today. He's 1 for 3 with a single. 2 on, 2 outs. Pitches upstairs. That one misses, and Beck falls behind to Aranda. 2 balls, no strikes. Alejandro Kirk on deck for Mexico. Beck from the stretch. 2-0 pitch to Aranda. Aranda connects. High drive to left at the track. This one's gone! 3-run shot by Team Mexico as they retake the lead. Jonathan Aranda with a big bang. 4-1 Team Mexico as he puts on the sombrero. Wow! 4-1 Mexico lead here in the top of the 8th. Big clutch home run by Jonathan Aranda. Mexico fans loving it in Houston. Here's Kirk. First pitch swinging. Popped up. Right field, Trace Thompson will make the putout, but not before Jonathan Aranda gives Team Mexico a 4-1 lead. Oppo Taco Blast. Goodness. Wow. Wow. Oh, man. Unbelievable, but believable. Shit. Super Dirty Dan. Torta Man. Jonathan Aranda. Yes. Just finished giving Team Mexico a 4-1 lead after that 3-run shot. Oppo Taco status. Well, we are going to the bottom of the 8th now, as Mexico has finally have themselves a little breathing room in this ball game. Now, game's not over yet. It's far from over. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Great Britain. Nate Eaton, Harry Ford, and B.J. Murray do up. Great Britain down by 3. But what a clutch home run by Jonathan Aranda. Puro 3-run shot. All right, Victor Vodnik will be coming in to pitch for Team Mexico. Victor Vodnik of the Colorado Rocky fame will be on the bump for Team Mexico to pitch the bottom of the 8th against Great Britain. But Team Mexico had just given themselves a 3-run lead, 4-1 over Great Britain. Oh, man. It's been tight all ball game, and finally Team Mexico is able to give themselves a breathing room as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Holy smokes. All right, here we go. Bottom of the 8th we go. Jonathan Aranda with a big clutch 3-run home run for Team Mexico, and all is well in Houston. Here's Nate Eaton against Victor Vodnik, who's now on the bump for Team Mexico. Ball 1. 4-1 Mexico. Pitch up and in. The fireballer, Victor Vodnik, throwing up in the mid to high 90s. Balls behind to Nate Eaton. 2 balls, no strikes. Harry Ford on deck. 99-mile-per-hour heater fouled straight back. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Great Britain chasing 3 here in the bottom of the 8th. Nate Eaton 0 for 3. Pop out and 2 flyouts. 2-1 pitch from Vodnik, who pitches from the stretch. Oh man, he came out of his hat on that pitch, but did not get the call on the outside pitch. Threw it so hard he came out of his hat. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. Now he's got to readjust the receiver. Everything came out. Holy moly. Timeout, he said. Hold up. My hat fell off when I threw it. Threw so hard, the hat came flying off. All right, looks like we're ready to go here. 3 balls, 1 strike to count to Nate Eaton. Vodnik sets. Swing and a miss. Puro. Wait a minute. He fouled it off. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. That was a 100-mile-per-hour fastball from Vodnik, man. He is throwing gas. And if memory serves me correct, it was, oh, there's a chopper. Oh, nice play by Ortiz. Throw to first in time to get Eaton out at first. One away. I was about to say, it's memory serves me correct. Vanek was the pitcher a couple years ago. I think it was in 2024, where Teoscar Hernandez hit an Apo Taco home run in a late, like in the 8th or ninth inning to tie a ball game, and it was against Vanek. It's when Colorado Rockies and Bud Black were going crazy at a missed check swing call. It was Vanek that Teo took deep. Puro Apo Taco home run. All right, here's Harry Ford, who Vanek starts off with strike one. Get a bigger hat, says he, dog. Ay, caray. Ground ball. Oh, look at Ortiz. Throw to first. What a play. Ortiz flashing the glove here in the bottom of the 8th for Mexico. 2 down. Ortiz leaving his feet. Sliding stop, gets up and makes a dart throw over to Aranda to get the second out. What a defensive play by shortstop Joey Ortiz. B.J. Murray now the hitter. Pitch down low, ball one to B.J. Murray. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th for Great Britain. What a play by Joey Ortiz at short. There's a swing and a miss. Count goes even now to Murray. 1 ball, 1 strike. 4-1 Mexico over Great Britain. Bottom of the 8th. 2 outs in the inning. Pitch is down low. 2-1 to Murray. Left fielder Matt Kaparniak on deck. I've been trying to figure out how to say Kaparniak forever. Still can't figure it out. Murray 1 for 3 with a single today. Vanek's 2-1 pitch. Fastball at 99, misses upstairs. Ball's behind on the count. 3 balls, 1 strike now. And there's a strike. Vanek will get a full count to Murray. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Vanek sets his payoff pitch to Murray. Outside, ball 4. Inning continues for Great Britain. 2-out walk issued by Vanek. That will bring up Matt Kaparniak, who will be the hitter for Great Britain. As the inning continues here in the bottom of the 8th. Kaparniak, left-handed hitter for Great Britain. He's 0 for 2 with the walk. Pitch in the dirt and inside, ball 1. Got the third baseman for Great Britain, Ivan Johnson. The designated hitter, Christian Robinson, he's on deck. If Kaparniak is able to extend the inning here for Great Britain, you got the designated hitter, Christian Robinson on deck. 1-0 pitch. 2-0. All right, no check swing as the count goes 3-1. Kaparniak's able to check his swing. Runner at first, 2 outs for Great Britain. Here's a 3-1 pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Vanek as the inning continues for Great Britain. And that indeed will bring up the DH, Christian Robinson, right-handed hitter for Great Britain. All right, pitching coach out there to have a word with Victor Vanek, who has walked back-to-back hitters for Great Britain. And don't look now. Tying run coming up to the plate in Christian Robinson. 2 on, 2 outs for Great Britain. Victor Vanek and Team Mexico do have 2 outs. Elmer descends. Former Diamondback, if I remember correctly. I remember Elmer. He's the pitching coach for Team Mexico. All right, here we go. 2 on, 2 outs. Vanek versus Robinson, who represents a tying run for Great Britain. First pitch from Vanek. In the dirt, ball 1. Vanek sets his 1-0 pitch to Robinson. Swing and a miss. Good breaking pitch there. Robinson out in front of it. Comes up empty. Count goes even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Robinson will call a timeout. Hold up! Hold up, hold up, hold up. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Timeout, hold up. All right, Vanek back on the bump. Got Murray at second. Porniak over at first. 2 outs here in the inning. 1-1 pitch. Check swing. That'll be a swing. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Robinson. Vanek 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Trying to strand the runners at second and first. Vanek sets. 1-2 pitch. Down low. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Team Mexico trying to preserve a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Great Britain with the tying run up. Just missed low. Count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And just as important, with the full count and 2 outs, runners will be off to the races on the bags. All right, Vanek sets his payoff pitch to Christian Robinson. Ground ball to the left side, foul. Will do it again. Three balls, 2 strikes. Runners at second and first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. Christian Robinson representing the tying run for Great Britain. Vanek sets another payoff pitch. Another ground ball. Third baseman Nacho Alvarez. What a stretch by Aranda. Inning over for Great Britain. They strand 2. We go to the 9th. 4-1, Mexico. Oh, man. That was close. But Mexico, after back-to-back walks with 2 outs by Vanek, is able to get out of that jam and get themselves out of the inning. 5-3 on the putout. Nice play there by Nacho Alvarez. And what a stretch over at first by Jonathan Aranda, who's kind of making his presence felt in this ballgame. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. No, wait a minute. That was the bottom of it. Okay, we go to the top of the 9th. Oh, yeah. I'm on this combobulator right now, guys. My bad. We go to the bottom of the 9th. My bad. Bottom of the 9th coming up for Mexico. It'll be Rowdy Tellez, Nacho Alvarez Jr., and Nick Gonzalez. 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for Mexico. Yoshimato, Mexico versus USA in later state is going to be a banger. Oh, you're telling me, Yoshimato. A lot of these games, trust me. Not just this pool, but a lot of games. I mean, we're looking at Japan versus Korea. If I'm correct, I think they play at 2 o'clock in the morning, tomorrow morning. That's going to be a banger. Korea versus Japan? Oh, yeah. There's a lot of potential bangers upcoming in this WBC tournament. Yes, sir. All right. This ball game moves to the 9th inning, where Mexico is looking to get more runs, man. A 3-run lead is not all that safe. We just saw it in the last inning, where Great Britain with 2 outs brought the tying run to the plate. And luckily for Mexico, they were able to get themselves out of the inning unscathed. But yeah, some more insurance, more cushion, I would say, right, for Team Mexico. Winner does not get China, E-Dog. Stop it. But yeah, man, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is Chin Music episode 12. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Twitch. We get a little bit more of the whole shebang, if you want to call it. We get the score bug. We get a live chat as well. The chat's a little bit more live. We're talking baseball. We're talking about what's going on with the game. Graham Speaker, new pitcher on the bump for Great Britain. Right-handed pitcher, Graham Speaker now on the bump. Here in the top of the 9th, facing the left-hander, Rowdy Tellez. First pitch to Tellez. Down the pipe, called a strike. As Graham Spracker, I called him Speaker, but Spracker, Graham Spracker gets ahead of the count. 0-1 pitch. Rowdy Tellez takes a pitch inside. Count goes even now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Third baseman for Team Mexico, Nacho Alvarez Jr. on deck. Spracker's 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss by Rowdy Tellez. Came up empty on that pitch upstairs. Spracker gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One-two pitch to Tellez. Check swing. No swing. He's able to hold his and check his swing. Count goes even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Top of the 9th, 4-1 Mexico lead. There's Nacho Alvarez Jr. on deck. 2-2 pitch to Tellez. All over that one, but he fouls it to the right side. Look out! Ball's like a ping pong. As the count goes even, stays even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. All right, another 2-2 pitch incoming to Rowdy Tellez. You're in the top of the 9th, and Rowdy. Oh, no, there's going to be a pitch violation on Spracker. That'll be ball 3. Not sure if Spracker ran out of time or just didn't engage with Rowdy Tellez, but nevertheless, it's a full count now. Clock violation, says E-Dog. Okay. Full count to Rowdy. Spracker from the stretch. He sets. His payoff pitch to Tellez. Popped foul. Out of play. The at-bat continues. (4-1) Mexico, top of the 9th. Another payoff pitch to Rowdy Tellez. Way up and away. Nowhere near the strike zone. Leadoff walk for Mexico and Rowdy Tellez to begin the top of the 9th. All right, 2 or more teams tied. Oh, there are some tiebreakers. Team that won games between the tied teams shall be given the higher position. Lowest quote. Yeah, there's too much to read, but there are tiebreakers just in case. We might have to take a picture of that and kind of determine on how tiebreakers are determined. But runs allowed is one of them. I think, did I say ERA? Could be a potential tiebreaker as well. Well, crazy. All right, Rowdy Tellez out of the ball game. Pinch runner coming in. Over at first, that'll be Jared Cerna to replace Rowdy Tellez at first. And here's Nacho Alvarez, who already has a home run in this ball game. Takes a pitch up and inside, ball one. Spracker, all of a sudden having issues trying to locate that strike zone for Great Britain. Check over at first. Cerna back to the bag. Let's see. One-0 to Alvarez. Inside miss. 2-0. Second baseman for Team Mexico, Nick Gonzalez on deck. E-Dog, they're talking about how runs allowed works into the tiebreaker in the run differential. Yes. Puro tiebreaker. Got you, E-Dog. As that pitch misses upstairs, and Spracker has fallen behind to Nacho Alvarez. 3 balls, no strikes. .30 pitch incoming. Down the pipe. Alvarez was taking all the way. 3 balls, 1 strike. .3-1 pitch. Check over at first. Cerna back to the bag. Looks like Spracker a little concerned with Cerna, who's pinch running for Rowdy Tellez at first. It's got him thinking. .3-1 pitch to Alvarez. Let's go. Inside, ball 4. It did look like Cerna was off to the races, but the pitch was called ball 4. And now Team Mexico, with nobody out, have 2 on. Runners at second and first as Spracker is fighting the strike zone. Back-to-back walks issued. Nick Gonzalez will be the hitter. I'm getting little shades of Chinese Taipei versus Australia. I want to say it was Chinese Taipei, where the wheels finally came off late in the game against Australia. All right, so 2 on, no outs for Team Mexico. Nick Gonzalez will be the hitter. And Spracker and Great Britain, they're just trying to keep it a 3-run game to give themselves some sort of shot here. But Team Mexico threatening here in the top of the 9th. First pitch to Gonzalez. Down the pipe, called a strike. Alec Thomas on deck for Mexico. It feels like it, right, E-Dog? Just the way Chinese Taipei, their wheels fell off late in the game against Australia last night. Oh, you know what? I'm saying Chinese. Well, yeah, I'm saying Chinese Taipei. Actually, it was Czechia or Czechia, the Czech Republic. Last night's game, Czech Republic versus Australia. That's the game that kind of starting to feel like a little bit here with Great Britain. All right, 0-2 pitch to Gonzalez. Spracker gets ahead. Oh, that's a ground ball. 6, 4, 3 on the double play. Oh, no, Gonzalez beats it. That had tailor-made double play written all over it, and credit Nick Gonzalez for busting butt down the first baseline to beat the throw. And now Team Mexico, with one out, have runners on the corners. It was a tailor-made 6-4-3 DP, but Gonzalez is able to outrun it. Oh, yeah, he did. Safe all the way. So it just becomes a force out on Nacho Alvarez. 6-4 on the putout. Runners on the corners, one out. Alek Thomas will be the hitter. And again, credit to Nick Gonzalez for running that one out. Not assuming the double play. Hustling. Runners on the corners, one out. Cerner at third. Gonzalez at first. Alek Thomas the hitter for Mexico. Spracker's first pitch. Thomas takes in strike one. Alek Thomas today, 0 for 3, 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Oh, 1, swing and a miss. And Spracker gets ahead of Thomas. No balls, 2 strikes, has him in the hole. Ninth hitter for Team Mexico, Joey Ortiz, the shortstop. He's on deck. Puro trash trucks out here in the LP. All right, 0-2 pitch to Thomas. Up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Cerner, the runner at third for Team Mexico. Damn, does Spracker have a little man bun going on? He's got the do-rag for sure. One ball, 2 strikes to count to Thomas. Spracker sets. 1-2 pitch. Outside. Count goes even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two pitch to Thomas. And Gonzalez takes off from first to second. Gonzalez steals second. So at the very least, that takes the force out away from Team Mexico, or from Great Britain, rather, on that stolen base. So 2 runners in scoring position now for Thomas. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Thomas pops it up, foul, out of play. At-bat continues. I'm telling you, Marcelino reminds me of a young Maury Wills. A hip Maury Wills with that frohawk. Or whatever haircut Marcelino has. Payoff pitch to Thomas. Ground ball, base hit with the infield playing in. Shot over to center field. 2 runs will come in for Mexico. It's a 6-1 ball game. Alek Thomas comes through with that 2 RBI single here in the 9th. Infield looks playing in for Great Britain, and Alek Thomas gets it past the infield. Ball ends up in center field. 2 runs come in for Team Mexico to make it a 6-1 ball game. And there's that importance on that stolen base. That gave Mexico an extra run on that base hit. Marcelino out there, coming out with the hook. Pitching change for Great Britain. 6-1 ball game. Mexico on top. So good piece of hitting there, Alek Thomas. Remember, he was down in the count 0-2, worked a full count, and was able to make solid contact to pick up 2 runs on that single. Torta man, let's go. It's a 5-run lead now for Mexico. And I would say, yeah, it's going to be tough for Great Britain to come back from 5-3. Okay, you still have a puncher's chance, but 5 runs, you got to do a lot in the bottom half of the inning. As this game has kind of gone away from Great Britain. Like I said, it has shades of the Czech Republic and Australia game from last night, where Czech Republic was in the ball game until the very end, where all the wheels came off their bandwagon. And all hell broke loose for them. And that's kind of it's kind of what's happening here in this game against Great Britain, or for Great Britain, rather. Five 1 Mexico. So new pitcher coming in for Great Britain. It'll be a right-handed pitcher, Dylan Covey. Dylan Covey is a new pitcher now for Great Britain. First career WBC appearance for Dylan Covey. He's facing Joey Ortiz. Runner at first, 1 out, 6-1 ball game. Mexico on top. Pitch inside of Ortiz, misses, ball 1. So Spracker out, Covey in for Great Britain. As Ortiz connects, that one is down the right field line, to the window, to the side wall. As Alec Thomas is getting weighed in. Throw from Jazz Chisholm Jr., not in time. 7-1 Mexico. Joey Ortiz comes through with an RBI double. And this ball game has gone away from Great Britain real quick. Alec Thomas scores from first. 7-1 lead for Mexico. Top of the lineup we go. Jaron Duran will be the hitter. Joey Ortiz, runner in scoring position with 1 out. Pitch to Duran, up and away, ball 1. One-zero pitch. Duran connects. Ground ball to Jazz Chisholm Jr. Throw to first in time to get Duran. Ortiz ends up at third with 2 outs now. So Duran grounds out to Chisholm Jr. at second. Becomes a second out. That'll bring up Randy Arozarena for Team Mexico. Ortiz runner at third. 2 down in the inning. Pitch to Arozarena. Upstairs, ball 1. Pitch inside, called a strike. Count goes even to Arozarena now. 1 ball, 1 strike. 7-1 Mexico lead over Great Britain here in the top of the 9th. They got another run waiting in the wing. Pitch inside, misses. 2-1 the count. In the dirt, 3 balls, 1 strike to Arozarena. Ortiz with his lead at third. 3-1 pitch to Covey. Or from Covey to Arozarena. It's a ground ball to the left side, foul. Count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payout pitch. A Rosarena connects. Base hit to right field. Another run comes in for Mexico. 8-1. Rosarena comes through with a 2-out RBI single for Team Mexico, and he strikes the pose. Ortiz comes in. And it's an 8-1 ball game. Inning continues. Jonathan Aranda now the hitter. Kobe's first pitch to Aranda. First pitch swinging, fouls it off, out of play. Strike one, Jonathan Aranda. Back in the 8th inning, delivered a big 3-run shot for Team Mexico, which at the time gave them a 4-run lead. Well, they've scored 4 more runs after that, and they got themselves an 8-1 lead over Great Britain. Puro 7-run lead. 0-1 pitch. Aranda fouls it off. Kobe has him in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. 8-1 Mexico here in the top of the 9th. They've gotten the cushion they were looking for. 0-2 pitch. Aranda strikes out, and that'll do it, but not before Mexico stacks up another 4 runs. Bottom of the 9th. Last chance for Great Britain. Here comes Munoz to try to lock it down. All right, man, so Aranda strikes out. Man, Mexico almost batted around in that inning. They were 1 hitter away from doing that. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 9th. Coming up for Great Britain, who are now down 7 runs. Woo! 7, 8, 9. Ivan Johnson, Ian Lewis Jr., and Trace Thompson due up. And again, this is Chin Music, a baseball podcast. Episode 12. Hold up. All right, so this ball game goes to the bottom of the 9th with Mexico having a very commanding 8-1 lead. And if I'm correct, I believe Anthony Munoz, closer sensation for Seattle, Andres Munoz, will come out to try to seal the deal for Mexico here in the bottom of the 9th. Right-handed pitcher for Mexico. And he goes right after Ivan Johnson with the heater at 99. Fouled off, strike 1. And again, Mexico with that commanding 8-1 lead over Great Britain. Munoz sets. 0-1 pitch to Johnson. 98-mile-per-hour heater outside. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Puro swing and a miss. Took a little bit off on that one. Johnson came up empty on that swing and miss. As Munoz gets ahead of the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Threw him that nasty slider. 1-2 pitch to Johnson. He struck him out swinging. Puro punch out. 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. Munoz strikes out Johnson for the first out. Ian Lewis Jr., shortstop for Great Britain, up next. All is well in that Mexico dugout now with that commanding 7-run lead. Strike 1 to Lewis Jr. as Munoz hits the outside corner. Munoz tries to go back out there again, but he misses wide. Count goes even. 1 ball, 1 strike. E-Dog, when you get a chance, brother, look for somebody for us to raid. I'll let you know when to initiate it. If you can, E-Dog, let me know. Your call, brother. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to Ian Lewis Jr. Appreciate that, E-Dog. Thanks for holding down the chat again, brother. Puro swing and a miss. Nasty slider equals nasty pitches. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. You've seen Mexican fans and Great Britain fans taking pictures together. That is awesome. That is really cool. 2-2 pitch. That's a line drive to left field. Nobody home at third. Lewis Jr. shoots it over to left field for a 1-out single. He'll be the runner at first with 1 out. That'll bring up Trace Thompson, 9th hitter in the Great Britain lineup coming up. Trace Thompson with a couple of good defensive plays out there in right field for Great Britain today. Comes up here with a runner at first and 1 out. Facing Andres Munoz. Going after that first pitch, fouls it off, out of play, strike 1. 99-mile-per-hour heater by Munoz. Trace Thompson today, 1 for 3 with a single. Oh, 1 pitch. Oh, man, nasty slider, nasty pitches. Gets ahead of Trace Thompson. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2 pitch to Thompson. Man, just a very defensive swing as he's able to make contact and foul it off. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Oh, E-Dog, I see you, brother. Your choice, brother. I'm down with either or. You know that. I'll leave it up to you, E-Dog. Remember, it is chin music. If I was maybe on the Killah Noez channel, I'd be like, let's go to house parties. But chin music with 5 heads currently, I'll leave that up to you, brother. Shouts to Panda Cucana. Shouts to house parties in the 90s. And shouts to Trace Thompson, who goes through the window to the wall over to left field. Ian Lewis Jr. will come around to score from first. 8-2 Mexico here in the bottom of the 9th. Trace Thompson connects on an RBI double for Great Britain. Jazz Chisholm Jr. will be the hitter up next for Great Britain. Yoshua Mato, hold up. Imagine. Wait a minute. It's still a very commanding 6-run lead, Mato. I cannot imagine. Runner at second in scoring position. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th for Great Britain. As Munoz hits the outside corner. Count goes even to Chisholm Jr. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jazz 0 for 4 for Great Britain today. One pitch. Puro swing and a miss. Nasty slider for Munoz. Gets a swing and miss from Chad Chisholm Jr. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 8-2 Mexico lead here in the bottom of the 9th. 1 out in the inning for Great Britain. 1-2. He struck him out. Puro punch out. 2 away. 2 outs in the inning, and Great Britain are they're finally down to their final out here in the bottom of the 9th. It's got that slider working, Munoz does. Here's Nate Eaton with 2 outs, runner in scoring position. Look out. Pitch inside. Eaton gets out of the way of that one. Ball 1. Sounds good to me, E-Dug. Torta Man, remember the 9th inning comeback? I think it was when Dodgers were down versus the Rockies 2 years ago. We just talked about that, Torta Man. I do remember that. We were talking about that fucking crazy game, bro. That game was crazy. All right, 1-1 pitch to Eaton. Oh, man, where did that one miss, Blue? Where did that one miss? 2 balls, 1 strike to count. That Blue has been missing a lot of close pitches in the strike zone. It's been calling them balls. 2-1 pitch. Jam shot. That one stays up there. Right fielder, Jaron Duran makes the catch, and that does it. Mexico takes care of Great Britain. 8-2 your final. It is a wrap for Mexico as they win their first game here in the WBC in 2026. Puro dub. To your final. E-Dog, you could initiate that raid when you can, brother. Thank you very much. Shout outs to everybody checking in, man. Really do appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed the call. Be on the lookout. I'm trying to get back on around 5 o'clock or so if time permits and if my situation, permits as well. I'll try to hop back on to call USA versus Brazil. One way or another, we're going to be watching the game regardless. I know Leo's stuck. He can't open the door. Leo, open the door, bro. You're a big boy already. Open the door. You can open it, Leo. Guy acts like he can't push the door open. Anyway, we'll try to get back on at 5 o'clock, man. But again, this was Chin Music, episode 12. Shouts to E-Dog for holding down the chat. Jalui, Simon SM Mexico finally se puso las pilas. Yes, they did, brother. 8-2 your final, brother. How you like them apples? All right, Yoshua Mato, I'll be on until 2 a.m. all day. Dang, Yoshua Mato, let's go. Torta Man, thanks for tapping in, brother. First time Mexico wins their first WBC opening game. Very fun fact there. Awesome, brother. Well, I think it would have been better to just save Munoz and use another pitcher, but I mean, he probably won't be heavily used. Well, look, regardless, they get the dub at the very least, and I think Munoz needed some work in. Anyway, guys, have a great night. Chin Music, episode 12. Be on the lookout for episode 13. If we go live, it will be at 5 o'clock, USA versus Brazil. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Peace. We are out.